basically it's the end, the completion of something. The sun is coming up new. I think you're reevaluating the way you look at something. Now, the cards on the bottom row, how they're leading is once you have the balance, they're moving forward. What's around this? The energy of home environment, total bliss, happy, happy, happy energy. This is the wish card +1, right? Hopes and fears, the clarity about something you know, and the King of Wands. Now, this is the King of Wands. He can be kind of narcissistic or ego-driven. He's not great at really close-in relationships. So if there's somebody that's around you, and I'm saying he, it could be a he or a she. It's shown in the masculine. Somebody with that masculine energy that wants to lead, that might lead strongly. But there's something on this one, too, I want to clarify and get Snoopy about. Because it feels like the energy and the direction is the right direction. The clarity of who you're going that direction with needs fine-tuned. Step back, step back. Make sure you're aware of your expectations. The King of Pentacles is all layback right here. I mean, he's just chill as can be after working, and acquiring. Let's get a clarifier on each of those. I want one here first, then here. I keep getting drawn here, so we're going here. Oh, okay. Yes, yes. So on this one, you've got the Seven of Wands, the Six of Wands, and the Sword of Truth. What you've got here is a victory in recognition of what this desire, this energy, this ambition is, and how this leads forward. This is huge for you. Cards want you to go forward towards something that is really, you would be passionate about, that you're driving towards. They want the way you frame a relationship, the way you frame the meaning of that relationship to look a little bit differently. The cards are showing you to rethink, step back, balance, rethink. There's victory in that when you do that. Huge victory in that. And then the Justice, another card of balance. You can show these three. This card of balance is big. There's a cosmic truth that's coming through for you on this. Now, what else is coming through regarding you in position of laying back? It's like it is time to a little bit rest. Go easy. This one is a position of layback. If this is you, and it's in the significator position of you, you're taking stock of what you've accomplished so far, what you've done, the work you've accrued, the time, the energy, the resources you've accrued. Now you want to lay back. The anxiety might get the better of you. I'm telling you, trust yourself, be loyal to yourself. Anxiety is coming in. You've witnessed and observed things that, you know, have been the painful thing, but you don't have to let the anxiety get the better of you. And right now, cosmically, they might have well called this the week of the year Anxiety Week, this particular week, because the planets are so wackadoo, particularly on the 9th and 10th of this month, and we're like right in the thick of it. Yeah, don't build up something false is what I'm getting coming through. You know the truth of what you've built, how you've built relationships before, and what you want to do differently, how you want to operate in relationships differently. And I'm not just talking in relationships that are romantic. I am talking also in the relationships across the board. You need to operate differently. So don't build up this old shit again. Don't build up the old way that you used to. No, you're doing it different. The Star's here, the Temperance is here. You've learned to alchemize. So do it differently and allow that to be different. That's where the flow comes in. That's where more balance is in. So if you're one that overgives, or if you have expectations that aren't met and you're not, it's not that you have to lower the bar, but you have to know who you're dealing with. So if you're dealing with an asshole, know that that person's an asshole and move on. Don't give them second and third and 55th chances, all right? If you're dealing with work group and people are snipe and gripe or petty or small-minded or whatever, just know that their role is in the workplace. It's not necessarily they're going to be your besties or whatever. You'll know better than I do. Anything else on this? On the Tower for clarification for her. This is really leading me to this card here. The Tower wants me to come over to here about how you're building in your home environment, what you're doing here. And we're looking for this card right in the center there. Oh my gosh, we got another Tower coming through. That's my phone. Sorry, guys. We're just going to ignore it. It's on the bed. It's on the bed over there. Sorry, guys. Okay, so the Tower right here coming in again. This is you building something that is a little bit out of sorts for you. It just, if you try and build it just like you built it before, what's going to happen? It's going to come down. It's going to come down. It's going to come down. That's just, it can't help but come down. That's how it is. This is between what you're building, and we were talking relationships. We're also talking what's the happy ever after. Keep it more simple. The birds have their nest. They don't have it like all crazy ornate. They don't have 55 different ribbons in there and a nest that's bigger than what they need. So be aware of what it is in the environment around you, what you actually truly need. Not just up here, here too, and get those blended. That's going to help a lot. Anything else? Sword of Truth came out on it. Justice came out on it. I want to see what's coming up here because you're feeling like somebody might be holding back a little bit going forward and there's a completion on something. The Sun's on this. I want to see what else does she need to know regarding this Sun coming in. Page of Pentacles. This is you needing to be the lead character. You needing to be the Batman. You have done the studying. You've completed something. You're really, really ready. So when a student is ready to go out in the world, you have to do more than just hold the gift. You do have to offer it to different places. Allow your energy to flow through you and be brought to different relationships. Allow this to unfold and explore. That's what I've got. That feels very complete. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Yeah. Sword of Truth is in here too big. Balance is in here too big to be ignored or denied. You just have to have it in balance. Otherwise, you're just going to shoot the tower down every time. And you know I love the tower. You know I love the tower. But you don't need another tower. You just need balance. All right.
Good deal, Ange.
Yeah, that was a great one. That was really good.
Ooh, yes, Krista. I've been trying to get back to you, and of course, TikTok blocks me every so often. So yes, we are doing a normal show.
We're doing the normal show. Doing the normal show.
I'm glad you're here because it was like, boy, I hope Krista shows up soon. There she is. Yes, because she does that. She puts the thing, however much everything costs and stuff. It's like, and I don't have that copy and pasted on my phone. So I'm like, ugh.
But you've got my clipboard, so if you wanted to show it old school, you could.
Yes, and Krista said, I got you. Thank you, Krista. Thank you. Mm-hmm. And Sandra did say, thank you so much.
You're welcome, honey. And the balance thing, I'm telling you, that is one of the hardest lessons. It's so easy to say, okay, balance, yeah, take it easy, blah, blah, blah. It is not easy. So fingers crossed for you and good luck on that, because that is a tricky thing to do. Sometimes we want to go fast, and we really should be like stepping back and then reevaluating. So good luck.
Oh, and Krista, I will try not to breathe or have a Jolly Rancher. Apparently that is an issue.
Yeah, because we're running this off the iPad tonight is what we're doing. So
the iPad's mic is way superior. Yes, thanks. What Krista said there. That is what Angie is doing tonight.
That's what I'm doing.
The Blind Oracle, the year ahead, the one question minis and the full, and also the bones with cards, Crystal Ball, Past Life. Those are the apps we use.
Okay.
Yeah, Kim took a screenshot of that, Krista, and showed it to me. He's like, oh, great.
He's like, what does this say? I'm like, calling you out on your Jolly Ranchers, baby.
Okay, Becky's up next for a blind. Krista, you're on deck.
Becky for a blind.
There it is, Krista.
Okay. All right. Becky for a blind.
Yep.
This is like the Rumi Oracle. This one is the Angels Among Us Oracle. And then this one is like, I think it might be either the Lonely Woods or something like that. I'm not sure. I don't recall that one. What's in the heart of this? A lot of people are going to be getting this. This is what, a little bit what Sandra got in the step back and look again. And this is saying stop and take in the view. Take stock of the treasures you've earned. It's not just shifting your perspective, but it's also acknowledging how far you've come. Now this is kind of an interesting one. In the heart of it here, we have the architect of the unseen, and then we have solace in the secluded garden. This is a moment of quiet, a moment of honoring. This isn't just honoring the rainbows and sunshines and unicorns and the sparkly. It's also honoring what you've come through that's been difficult. This is shown in kind of the darker colors, kind of like muddy water, stormy type colors, right? This is honoring a little bit more of your shadow that you've gotten through some things and you've gotten this far. Stop and take in the view. This is huge for you. It's not like you can just move on. It's cautioning you. The cards are basically cautioning against spiritual bypass. Allow yourself to be in gratitude. Allow yourself to be in positive thinking. But also when things are painful or need to be grieved or there's sorrow or loss or the energy that we might associate those emotions a little bit more negatively, allow yourself to feel them. Don't just cut them off no. If you've got to cry through something, you've got to cry through something. If you've really been through some shit, say somebody had a really hard childhood, or say somebody had a tragic loss. Maybe it's not something that somebody has even died, but it feels like a tragic loss. It still needs to be honored in order for you to move through it. Okay. Dream redirection. Redream this situation. This is after you've had this time. Here, you redream and move this direction. Over here, subconsciously. This is flipping it upside down, and this is it says X marks the spot, and we're talking about the heart of the matter. And it says see the love in disguise. So see it through another lens. See it through somebody else's lens. Sometimes I've talked to some of my friends, and we've been talking about one of them. Her mom is a tricky perspective for her. And sometimes it's hard for her to step out of just being the role of daughter and see her mom as a human being, as a person, as somebody multifaceted. And when we talk about it, we talk about her as a person and as more than just a mother to her own children, and that she's also a wife, and she's also in charge of this, that, and the other, and she's also a person that loves to do this, that, and the other. That needs to come more into play. This is X marks the spot. See it from a different role. But she has this challenge of sometimes not seeing her mom as a whole person. The mom isn't going to change the way she's doing things. My friend is unlikely to change the way she's doing things. But the recognition that they're two individual people really does help a lot. And sometimes it's not going to be her mom that's able to recognize. Her mom's going to still want to run her life in certain ways. And it's not going to help to do that. So recognizing a different viewpoint is huge. Flip it upside down also discusses this. It says question your beliefs. Sometimes we think something is absolutely the way it is. It's true, it's true, it's true, it's true, until we try and shift that perspective up. Here are the guardian angels that are around you at this time. This is the Angels Among Us deck, and this one is great, and it shows the guardian angels in a little bit more modern look. You've got Goddess Gaia, the provider, the Mother Nature, and the elementals coming in there. And then we have St. Francis, and this is Assisi, animal communication, service, and activism. There's something coming up with this. It's got the bird on the shirt. What is this? What is the catbird seat? I don't know what that is about. There's something about a perspective in a catbird seat, and I don't know what that means. If you guys know what the catbird seat is, let me know. I don't know what it is, but I'm getting this. We've got cat, we've got bird, we've got catbird seat and seat of the soul energy coming in. The way we see things, and again, one is totally opposite the other. The cat might hunt the bird instead of seeing the bird for what it is. And it's like, okay, something that doesn't need to be so antagonistic is being dealt with, worked through, bubbling up. It could be from a long time ago, but it feels like it's bubbling up, resurfacing, and you're seeing it differently. Okay, over here, we've got Raguel, and this one is about relationship, and this says healing and calm harmony. Not always easy. Sometimes we can't heal the relationship, get closure on the relationship. We can only heal our end and get closure on our end. Even if, like, say somebody has someone in their family who dies and they didn't get the conversation they wanted to have before. That kind of thing. There has to be closure that you do on your own inner work that helps through this. And then you've got Raphael coming in for intuition, health, and again, healing. There's something that needs to be honored with the green coming in here. I want a little bit more. Hang on. There's something, the green that's coming in, it's coming in very, very emerald. It's coming in very, very much pine trees, pine trees, pine trees, mountainous zones, pine trees, pine trees, pine trees, mountainous zones. This is like, yeah, if you're going to these gorgeous scenic places, whether you're going to the mountains in a lake or the mountains in just a really great view, or there's lots of green trees. This is like something about this is very, very healing for you. Now, one of the things that I love, that I'm thrilled that I did and had the genius to do without knowing, when my grandparents died, who are very close to me, I named my children after my grandparents on my mom's side. And when they both passed away, I got houseplants in my house. And the green around my house just felt very healing. And I had a ton of them. I probably had, like when Phil and I first met, I think I probably had 50 or 60 houseplants. It just felt so good. I couldn't get to the green pine trees where I wanted to get to Oregon or the Northwest, but I could get houseplants. So bring more green in, bring more of nature in. If you can't get to the space that is all this mountainous, wonderful place, get yourself some of this healing energy around you. And shades of green are going to be really, really good on this. What else? Imposing impediment. There is something from the past that's a misdirected, misrepresented. And will you show her this card? It's a misunderstanding of what was what. The representation that's outgrown. The view that was from the younger self that sees this is no longer an accurate view of what you need to know. It might not be that it changes a damn thing on who was right or wrong. It doesn't feel like it changes anything on that. It just, you're able to see it from a different space, a different lens. This is important for you now. Anything else? Music would be extremely helpful to you right now. Yeah, there is something about love and the energy of love that transcends music, transcends time, that's very, very healing. And this is something that you could use if you chose to. If you chose to use the harmonic type of music that transcends this. If there's a song that reminds you of a certain energy that you need to emote, work through. Sometimes there's songs that make us angry. Sometimes there's songs that make us cry. Sometimes there's songs that make us just calm. Use them as medicine for you right now. That's complete.
Ooh.
Yeah, gorgeous, gorgeous energy coming through here. It's workable energy, but there is challenge work to be done right now. Okay.
Okay.
Gorgeous, gorgeous. Yeah. Yeah. And if you don't know what all of this is about right now, you're going to know soon enough. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. It's like, okay. Because, yeah, every once in a while, that will come through, and it's like, I wouldn't say I'm always 3 days ahead, but sometimes it's a 3-day window ahead of time. Sometimes it's like a week ahead. So if it's like, okay, all right, give yourself a week. You'll know. So, yeah, it's usually not much longer than that, but I don't run the universe. So, as bossy as I am, I still don't run the universe, don't want the job. Thanks.
Okie dokie.
Okie
Wow.
doke. Yeah.
All right, Becky said, thank you. I appreciate the message. I don't know yet.
Yeah. Yeah. This feels, what it feels like is it feels like something that is an old wound, like an old childhood wound that's going to come up and be in your grill in some situation coming shortly. That's what it feels like. Now, you'll know better than I will, but maybe the heads up on this will give you enough of a information that you can pivot and you can move through it. Sometimes we think we're all done grieving some kind of situation or what might have been, and we're not done grieving it at all. And it comes up and it's like, okay, that's what it feels like. So, okay.
All right. And Kylie, I did get yours. Thanks so much. You are number 5 on my list. And Wendy, when you get a chance, if you show, let me know what kind of read you want. I'll pass that to Angie when it's Europe.
Okay.
Becky said, I'm going to travel to see old friends.
Yeah. And allow, knowing this, Becky, allow for them to be in a different space and place in their time than you might be. Like, I have friends, I'm an empty nester, my kids are grown, but I have friends that aren't. And so I have one friend that's a really good friend to me, but she's 10 years younger than me, and she had kids late, so she's still got a little nest going on. I mean, she's got a kindergartner, right? So different stage of life. So if your friends are at different stages, or if somebody's in the middle in the throes of a divorce and somebody else is, in romantic la la land, it can be very, very different. So allow that to be there without throwing you for a loop. Okay.
Okie doke, Angie.
Yeah, enough bossing. I'm such a bossy old cow. Sorry, guys.
All right, we have Krista, then Stephanie, then Gloria, then Wendy, then Kylie.
Okay.
All right, if you'd like to get on the list, the Blind Oracle, the Year Ahead, the One Question Reads, Mini and Full, and the Specialty Reads.
Okay.
And those are the apps.
All right. And what does Krista's read?
Krista has a question, and it is the certificate course I was looking at a good choice?
And what kind of read is she wanting on this? Full read? Okay, I'm getting drawn towards these ones, so hang on for 1 second.
Stephanie, you're on deck. Oh, she said micro is fine.
Micro is fine. You got
But
it.
either way, whatever do you want to do?
We're getting these. This is the one we're getting, the 78 doors. And she's asking about a certificate course. Is it going to be good going forward? So let's move these. These are the past life cards. So many cards, guys. These are kind of hippie trippy kinds of cards to be in. But we're going to take a look. 78 doors. Is this certificate course a good course for you to pursue going forward? We're going to look at this as, in the terms of a yes, no first, and then we're going to go a little bit further and see what you need to know going forward. What I'm getting off the jump is the certification is not necessary. You already have some of the gills and skiffs that's already there. So just so you know, it's not that you couldn't pursue something down this vein already. It's not like you're going to get a certification course that you're suddenly doing, heart surgery on somebody. You're doing something that's already known, already in the field, already felt, already in the talent field. So it would only layer to and add in. So say you were going to take, like when I went to massage school. I went to massage therapy school and learned all these different modalities, but I already had it within me to do healing work, healing energy work, that type of thing. I didn't have all the layers and layers of knowledge, but I already had some of my own thoughts, my own feelings in me to do some of this. You're going to already have some of this working in your favor. So in that regard, it's not necessary. Let's see what the cards say on the yes or no. Yeah, you're looking at this like you've already got the look on this. You've already got the skill. You can take the course if you want. The Queen of Cups says it's not necessary. You can look back in the past and know your gifts, know your talents. If you feel it's going to add to that, then I would go ahead and pursue it. It's about the work. It's about what's going to make you feel confident in bringing your work. This one shows the tattoo shop, and it's the 8 of coins. It's the work, work, work. It's going to add to your skills to know different styles. If you were in a tattoo shop, if you knew all the nautical tattoos and all the tribal tattoos and all the, tattoos that people tend to get for this type or that, then you would have an expanded knowledge of something. But it feels like the basic core structure that you would need to have and rely on is already within you to know. All right.
But true is something, it is something familiar, but I feel the need for some sort of credential.
Yeah, it's not going to hurt you to get the credential. It will add layers, layers, layers. It feels like it's not necessary, but it will add layers and expand. So, like when I'm talking about massage, I didn't know all the acupressure points or shiatsu massage or the difference between shiatsu massage and Russian massage or myofascial or sports massage. I didn't know all that. I knew what was working through my hands to help things move through. If this feels like it's going to be expansive for you, layer in for you, I would go for it based on these cards. Just trust your own intuition on this first and foremost, because that is the gift. It's not an absolutely necessary. It may just add to it. Let's see what else is going on with this. Okay, all right. You can't make this up. I'm talking about acupressure and shiatsu and all of this. I mean, look at this card. You know when somebody's got a knot in their back. You know when they're feeling something. And you also know that there's pressure points and meridian lines and blah, blah, blah. So treat this as a layered thing. So if you're getting something that is a different view of a curriculum than what you hold and what you carry, you can evaluate it, you can look at it, but then you're going to have to come to your own understanding and decision on it. You will be walking away from something that is a little bit more simplified, and you're going to walk towards something a little bit more fulfilling. There's going to be a challenge of letting go of something. There's going to be activation of something that you will let go of because of your learning. And for that reason, I would do it. The certification doesn't feel like it's necessary for you to be taken as more credible, but it might be something that you take yourself as more credible. Be aware of the dream space while you're going through this. This is coming through in a very active way. There's going to be releasing going on. Now, when I took cranial sacral segment of massage, that was a day where you have things going on and you're just doing here through to the tailbone, and that's all the structure is. And huge somatic releases going on in that particular course for me and for who I was working on. So this is what it feels like going forward. We've got the 4. This is something that, all right, you're going to have to figure out your way through the door. Now, this is called the 78 doors, and if you look at her, she's very much bigger than the door she has to get through. There will be a little bit of finagling, is what I'm saying. A little bit of trying to size down, size up, size to the right size for this door in order to get through and go through this. I wouldn't outright say no to this. I'm saying, although it might add layers and it might not feel like it's not absolutely necessary, but it would add layers. It would, I think, help you feel comfortable in what you're doing, but it will challenge you. You will have to release something.
The cert feels very much of this world, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yes. Well, sometimes there's a lot of people in the world that want all the, okay, you've been through this school or that school, and they're going to give you the credentials. But ultimately, the things that you already know and the things that you're going to activate will be added upon. Whether it's through the School of Hard Knocks life experience or some kind of formalized curriculum. This is saying heart's desire. And what I'm getting is the Drink Me, Taste Me, Alice in Wonderland reference coming through here. It's something you want to do.
The layers totally make sense.
You should do it. You trust your highest self over me or any tarot reader, but what I'm getting is, yeah, you should do it. And the reason I'm saying that is because look at what the repeat is. This is the card of work and the skill set that we talked about on this before. How you're learning one, like I said, massage modalities. This one might be learning a subject, a topic area in the world of tattoos, but you're learning to specialize about something that's second nature to you. It will give you more of a reason to celebrate and more of a sense of power coming through, feeling like you have more authority to do what it is you want to do. And then this coming up, you have the Knight of Swords. The truth is the truth is the truth. You're bursting through something, and the King of Swords. So this is something that you're going from something that is just a knowing and caring, and you're having a knowledge on how to be strategic with something. So yeah, this is why these cards, If you can afford to do it, I would definitely do it. If you can, and afford isn't just a money thing. If you can make the space, the time where you can be on point for this course, I would do it, because you're going to need to have your energy there. And it does, again, feel like you're going to come up against something that is a release in the dream space. So be aware of that. That's what I've got. That's what's feeling good. Anything else she needs to know? From When Women Had Wings for Crystal, what does she need to know?
Yep, heard.
The Emperor. This is what you want. It's here and it's here in two different forms, but it's you having authority in your tribe that comes through very strongly. Whatever that means to you, whatever the course is, I don't know. But it shows you coming through as a figure of authority in your tribe. It's like, for you, this makes you feel like more credible. And for others in the world, you don't typically buy into their judgment, whatever like that. But it says more credible in their eyes. And for you, that feels like that's what you would like to have. Even if it's just by the end of it, you nail a paper on the wall and it teaches you something you already knew. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. And it is, hang on. It's earning your stripes, earning your markings going on here. Let's show her this card, please. It's declaring your status, not just as emperor, but as warrior, declaring your strength going forward. And it somehow is earning your status as authority on this. That's what I've got. I hope that makes sense to you. But yeah, that's what I've got. That's pretty big. Yeah. And this is called the 78 Doors. And this one is When Women Had Wings. Yeah. It's very much the word ownership comes in. It's not just a reclamation of what it is that you know, but an ownership of that knowledge. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She knows what I'm talking about. Okay.
All right. She said, wow, yeah. And then that was a beautiful card, that last one.
Yeah. Yeah. The stripes here, it's like when you're putting on the war paint, like when I taught voice and I taught the girls, I went over to one of their houses and I was fun as a voice teacher. And the girls, I started with them when they were like first, second grade. And I went in on war paint like one time when they had, like, they were maybe fourth grade by that time. And had it on because it fit the music and it was like really, really fun. The same way, you're earning your war paint, getting your stripes on, getting ready. It's like you are suited up. You're getting suited up and you're ready to go forward with this. And it feels like this is adding that layer in there. So yeah. All right, let me get some water. Okay, who's next?
And she said, thank you so much. That
You're welcome,
energy
honey.
makes so much sense.
Oh, good. You're
Right,
welcome.
next up we have Stephanie for a blind.
Is it our Stephanie or another Stephanie?
It is Stephanie.
Okay. Our Stephanie has a little witch that looks like Bewitched, and that's Tarot. Tarot by the Sea, intuitive seer Stephanie. Go see her. She's fabulous. Okay. But the Stephanie that's here right now wants a blind.
We know
we're
a
going
lot
for
of
you.
Stephanie. She has a sister. I have a
We
daughter.
probably have 6 or 7 of them now.
Yeah,
So,
we have
okay.
a ton of Stephanies in our life.
Is it Stephanie Steva?
No, it just says
Okay,
Stephanie.
all right.
I'm sorry.
All right. That's all right. If it is, then shout out hi. But
It's a good name, Stephanie.
it's a fabulous
Stephanie
name.
K. And Emily's here. Hi, Emily.
Hi.
Gloria, you're on deck.
I don't remember what these are called. In fact, I don't remember it. The map is right here. That's the one that I remember. I don't remember what these oracles are called. We're going to start with these blinds, and then we're going to go probably into a tarot. I think that's what's calling, so that's what's going to be coming forward. And these are Josephine Wall art. Beautiful. All right. This is what we're going in. You're going into a season. You're going into a very different kind of season. Emotion's going to flow a little bit differently than what you thought. You're going into a season. Season is the word that we use. Summer, winter, spring, fall, whatever. This is what we use. But this is a season. This is a new chapter. It's something that's opening up. It feels like it's opened up really freshly, really, really recently. Something opening up for you. It does feel like it's a chapter of growth, big time growth. Like many obstacles that have led up to this point have been overcome. Something opening up in a big way. Okay, this is showing us expressing artistic creativity, and it's coming through here. And we've got sensuality, we've got friendship here, we've got memories, and we've got the dragonfly energy of change coming through here and epiphany here. This is huge. Then healing with Mother Nature. I don't know what you're doing, but it is creative beauty that's coming through in such an intense way. It is something that has cracked open. It says awareness of the cosmic influence. Something has cracked open within you. And it feels like more than just the mind. It feels like more than just an artist's gift or a new talent that's cracked open. This feels like a crack in the soul. I want to go to this one. This is like the Soul Spark Tarot. I want to go there in a minute, but I want to go on the map. It really does feel like you're in this meadow. Give me a minute with this. What I'm getting is all of this imagery of this meadow with like little tiny yellow flowers. It's as gorgeous as it could be. It's like summer's day that's really gorgeous in this meadow that's very peaceful. A lot of green space there. This is indicating fertility, readiness, and abundance of growth. The flowers are indicating delicate times, lots of joyful times coming in with this as well. After the Dragon's Lair, what happened? This feels like what you've come through. Finally, release and freedom here. Will you show this? It feels like you've been in this frozen space, and you can look in there and you'll see that little, if you can point out the little black dragon or whatever it is, if they can see it, it's up there in the corner, and it's like, it feels like finally release and freedom. This is the awareness of the cosmic change. Don't let the memories bog you down or be in your way. The memories here that are coming through, they are meant to be memories. They are not meant to hold you back. The dragonfly comes in big. Dragonflies were coming in all last week, over and over. It's a huge symbol of change. Okay. There's something coming through here that is completions. We've got the 9 here on the 19, and we've got the 27 here. And this is a 9, as if this has landed 3 completions. I would expect these 2 cards to come up sometimes if somebody has finally gotten a divorce or finally gotten a separation and it was long overdue and well needed. If they've finally gotten through something that, you know, was like an experience that was difficult enough that you might need to see a therapist or somebody professional about it. That kind of thing would come up with these combinations. You've been through a thing or two that's felt difficult, and it's time to let the heaviness be in the past and time to move forward into this lighter space. And it feels like you're returning to your own soul, your own garden again, because you've been through it for so long, because you've been iced out and numb for a long time, because that was how you had to deal with and needed to deal with something. It feels like now is the time to move forward. Yes, absolutely. So look at this. Of course, you've got the world in your hands here. Of course you do. Healing with Mother Nature is one of these cards down here, and I can't say it any stronger than these cards are coming through. Let's see what the Soul Spark Tarot says. I just want to get the heads up from there. And hopefully, will you show her? These are so gorgeous. I'm going to let my husband show these while I give these a shuffle, because you got to see them. They're just gorgeous. Just show them kind of briefly and they can see, because that is amazing. Josephine Wall has 3 different decks, like Whispers of Natures, Enchanted Nature, Healing Nature, or something like that, and they're gorgeous. So if you get the chance to buy yourself even a greeting card or an oracle deck of hers, fabulous art. Very healing energy in there. Okay. Of course. Okay. I will show you what we got on this. This makes me smile, and I'm delighted for you. We have the Sun card, which is the happiest card in all of tarot. The Sun card. It's abundance, it's growth, it's nature, it's everything coming up the sun and making everything grow. This is huge. You have the Page of Swords, who's seen and witnessed a thing or two, seen and witnessed some difficulty. Sometimes has difficult communication because they want to move on, and they don't have the horse yet. What comes in after it? The Knight of Cups, the horse. You need to be the hero for yourself. You need to ride the white horse for yourself. People have heard me say this a billion times. It's hugely important that you don't do any self-abandoning in service of family duty, obligation, anything like that. No. It's huge important to ride the white horse for yourself, to know what it is you need, and really be fierce in protecting it, fierce in honoring what you've seen from the past, but letting it be the past and letting yourself evolve and grow and move forward anyway. This gorgeous here. You are returning to your own soul. This is what's going on. This is a return home to your own soul. Show her that, but that's complete. That's absolutely gorgeous and a stunner. And you will have the strength to do it. And it will come in, and particularly in August, it will be quite strong for you. It's like the seeds that you're planting in this month come up really, really strongly. Third, fourth week of August, it's coming in. Some of these lessons, some of these, if you're working on a new habit that's good for you, even if it's just get up and take the morning easy and ease into your day, if you're honoring that consistently, whatever it is, it's going to feel more fortified by that time. That's what I've got. That's complete.
Ooh.
Gorgeous. I love it for you. I love it. Yeah, absolutely beautiful read. Okay. I wish I knew the names of this. I mean, I'm doing the best to remember, but I've got a ton of cards in here, guys. So to even think I would remember them all is
Yeah, if
silly.
you've never seen Angie's card
Yeah, I've got
collection,
a ton. Like, really, probably 760 is accurate. It might be a little more than that. And I did see some cards that I love. It's like being in a library of my own making. I love it. So you can't convince me that I could ever have too many cards. No. But I do love them quite a lot. All right.
Okay, Angie.
I need to get another tray up here, so if you give me just a second, I'll be ready. in a
Stephanie
moment.
said thank you.
You're welcome, honey. You're welcome. Yeah, it's really, it's just like you couldn't be in a more beautiful garden. You couldn't be in a more beautiful, it's almost like you're getting a fairy tale chapter for your story for right now. That's what I'm getting. All right.
All right. Angie has over 760 tarot and oracle decks, according to Krista.
That's probably true. It probably is, but some of them are duplicates and triplicates because I like to read that way. So if you count them that way, it might add up a little differently. So, okay, fair enough.
Okay. Next up is Gloria for a blind. Wendy, you're on deck.
Gloria for a blind.
Stephanie said, I hope so because everything before has been terrible.
Oh, it's coming into the sweetness, honey. It really is. That makes sense with what we saw in the cards. If that iced out, frozen, difficult hardship energy is something that you need to escape, like the dragon in the picture was escaping, and you're returning to your home, you have to travel through something. But the sweetness is returning. So yeah, it's not surprising me at all. Not at all. Good luck, good luck, good luck. And especially that third and fourth week of August was coming in pretty strong. So just be aware of that. Okay, I need some water. Then we're going to do Gloria's for blind.
She said she's present and ready.
Okay, excellent.
Okay, let me scooch this. A little bit of shaking here. Center it. A little more. There we go.
Hang on. I've got to find the one. Urgh.
What are you doing, Angie?
I'm looking for her specific deck. So just give me a second to find it. Okay. I don't remember. This is the Unknown Crisis deck, and I got 2 of them on purpose with this one. It's kind of a funny name for a deck, but it's a good one. But I think that's it. But let's see if there's anything else.
Gloria said I could wait as long as you want.
Okay, it feels like there's one more in here. It's a matter of finding it. Give me just a second. It might be something that's in over here.
Broken by Sound. I'll show this real quick. These are the reads that Angie's doing tonight. $20 blind oracle.
Oh, nuts.
The year ahead. The one question in your full.
Oh,
And the
nuts.
specialty reads. And those are the apps. What's wrong, Ange?
I found the deck. It's called the Black Ointment deck. And so you've got like the earthly hollows, the shadow type of energy coming through on these. The Unknown Crisis cards, we've got two of these decks blended. And then this one. So we're going to start here. Okay, I'm getting crunch, crunch, crunch. Often when I get crunch, 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 it means like somebody walking on crunchy leaves autumn. But what I'm getting with you also is smoke. You're inhabiting fall energy early. The energy I would typically see end of September going into October, and I live in Utah, so take the seasons for what they are around you. But it feels like you're inhabiting the fall energy early. Crunch, crunch, crunch. You've already harvested. Something else is going on. There's something that needs to be, again, made sacred by smoke. Now, this is like whether you write a letter and burn it, whether you've planted a garden in the fields and burned down, whatever this is, something. Sometimes people will call it a purification, but it is every bit as much of a cleansing as something that would be like, soaking in a great bath or any kind of cleansing that's a cleansing by water. There's a cleansing by fire. It's like you've been through the refiner's fire and you You've done your walk. Okay. That's what's coming through before we even get into it. Again, I'm getting the images of the forge, the refiner's fire, when they put the sword into the forge and they're I don't know what you've been through recently in the last year, particularly is the span of time that I'm getting. It feels like it's been difficult, it's been challenging, and it's made you steel strong. Like really, really honed the blade, honed the truth of who you are, who you're becoming in your alignment. All right. Ha. Thank God for these. Okay, we've got serenity here, white light here, relaxing the energy here. You've already been through some of this. Yeah, what I'm getting, that is like the sword going into the water after it's been super, super heated. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but I'm giving you the imagery the best I can. Serenity is here. There's something about this protected time going forward for this little season. The harvest has already come, like I've said. The crunch, the smoke is here. Whatever this is, so if you do anything that is like Palo Santo, any kind of cleansing smoke energy, it will help you get into this space where you can really, really claim some of this, claim the serenity, claim some of this, draw down the white light, get yourself where the things that would have had you frazzled or have your nerves frayed a year ago aren't going to sweep you under anymore. You're just operating at a different space, operating at a different level. The energy is here, and this is like the world on the moon here, resting, 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 and then relax. And I want to look at this one. There's illumination and epiphanies all throughout here. I know this is called relax, but this is you lighting your own path and epiphany, epiphany, epiphany. No wonder there's so much damn smoke energy coming through. Look at how many candles are there. It's ridiculous. That's amazing. All right, let's see what else is going on. Yeah, you definitely you know that song, Must Be the Season of the Witch? That's loud, loud. And when I get lyrics coming through, I let you guys know whether it makes sense or not. Whether I sound like it. Must be the season of the witch. It's like you are stepping into your own power in a huge, huge way. Understanding your connection to the divine. Whether you believe in gods, goddesses, witchy woo-woo stuff, I don't care. Whatever it is that is your divine connection, it is here. It is in alignment. It has been forged, honed, sharpened, really through the fire, strongly.
Gloria put the owl.
Gotcha. Okay. If you're seeing owls like crazy, it means you're about to open a wisdom path or open a gate to wisdom. So if you're seeing owls and you see them, you see it here. It's not always, wisdom and messages from birds come like on the doves or the peacocks. The owl here, if you're seeing that in repeat, be aware. Wisdom lessons are trying to come through. Pay attention to your surroundings when you're seeing this. Now we're going through here, and this is the cards are called the unknown crisis cards. The dawn light that you're coming through, the fountain of life, and then here, the prophecy of silence. There is an energy where you need to be with it and be still coming through here. Show her this one. We'll show her all of them, but spend a little time on this one. This is different times, different seasons, different hours that you're going to get more peace, all of that kind of thing. But this is what's going on. There's something coming into alignment, something coming through the forge and the fire. This one says, quietly listen and your heart will give you the answer. But it's the prophecy of silence. It's when you quiet your own mind, the answers are coming through very, very strong. The ointment cards, what are we seeing here? And these ones are very much interesting. I have a few decks that they don't have words or keywords or anything. They're just really the blind oracle, and this is what this one is, the black ointment. I'm getting a tableau coming in. Hang on, I want 6. They're all coming in sideways. They should be portrait or landscape, right? And they're coming in sideways. Now these ones actually, they do have keywords, so they aren't as blind as I thought, but this is what's coming in. Just a minute. I don't want these words, so give me a second. There's something about the crop of the mind that needs to be sorted, sifted, and dismissed, moved through in order to create change, in order for something to come through. You're going to have to examine your thoughts, and you're going to have to do it in a whole different kind of way in order for a new being to be birthed, in order for a new aspect of you to come through. You've been through this fire quite a lot as I've been speaking to you. You know what I'm referencing, but there's still like residue that needs to be handled. Show her these cards. They're gruesome cards. The words on the bottom I'm not reading. If you read them and they mean something to you, great. But this is what I'm getting, and this is me going blind. The words that are sharp that someone else has said have allowed too much time, have been allowed too much time to work on you, to trip you out. If somebody has used sharp words, if somebody has said something that's a little bit viperous, venomous, a little bit mean, those words have been allowed to sit within you a little too long, and it's time to do something to pull those out, get rid of them, be done with them. Even if it is a burn letter that you write and you have to burn to get through it. That's what's going on here. Will you show her these two? Yeah. Next up. The connection that... the connection that's deadly is coming up here. The connection that's deadly needs to be completed. And the game of envy, the game of eat your heart out, the game of competition needs to be stopped. But the connection that's deadly needs to be let go of. So this is talking literally about a connection that you have that is not good for you. One that your mama would warn you and say, yeah, you know, don't hang out with that friend anymore. If that's somebody that you know that you need to do a little bit less time with, spend a little less time with, you know better. And the eat your heart out competitive nature that is brought out in each other with this relationship does not serve. That's what I've got. You could show her these. These are the black ointments. And I don't know why they're reading in the way that they're reading right now, but this is how they're reading. Anything else she needs to know? With the sharp blade is the sharp mind. Again, we're getting the swords imagery coming through. And if you were to look in tarot and you were to see the Ace of Swords, it pierces the crown, right? And then there's the wreaths of the oak and the laurel leaves that come down from the crown. Then the leaves come down, the sword of truth pierces through. This is knowledge. This is something that you're supposed to divinely know, a truth that helps you stay in integrity and in alignment with your higher self and your soul. To thine own self be true is what I say when the judgment card comes up all the time. That's something that really goes hand in hand with this. And this is why you've been through the forge, why you've been through the fire. Because you can see two sides of something, but you've been through it. Now it's time to really, really, really honor that integrity of your own soul, what your own spirit needs coming through that. Yes, yes. And honor where you've been before. Anything else? There is something, I would definitely get something that smolders, whether it's incense that you like to light, whether it's Palo Santo, whether it's like just a fire pit in the backyard. There is, again, this energy of the smoke that wants to come through, the smoke that wants to come through. It's important for you to get in connection. It's almost like it lets your mind relax and opens up something like if you were meditating and focusing on a flame of a candlelight, that kind of thing. It will help you, but the smolder and the scent will also activate for you. Sometimes certain scents can take you somewhere, like the smell of Lysol cleaning products to me is always like a hospital type of a smell, right? There's certain smells that take us through time or allow us to travel a little bit differently. So our clairs aren't just limited to, you know, clair seeing, clair knowing. The smell can be something that helps you move through things. All right, that's complete. Whew. Yeah.
Gloria said, I understand everything.
Good, good, good. Glad. So glad. Yeah. Frequently, I might not be able to tell you, but, or I might not know, but I'll tell you what's coming through, and you guys will actually know. And it's like, okay, great, good.
Gloria said, thank you, Angie. I love you more than ice cream.
Oh,
hugs,
yay!
hugs.
Thanks. Because I really love ice cream. I really have a huge appreciation of ice cream, so thank you. That's great.
Okie doke.
Okie doke.
Next up is Wendy.
Okay.
Her question.
Mm-hmm.
Mom passed this year, and I'd love to know if she's okay and seen other family. I need to know she's okay.
Okay, we can see what the cards bring through, and I'll check some of the ancestor cards, and we can check some of the tarot. I'll share with you what my belief is on this, and then we'll see what the cards want to share. But because I have seen my mom come through, because I've interacted with her, and she's now on the other side, and because I've seen other family members, it is my belief that they are on the other side busily creating situations that go for our good. It feels like they are conspiring to help us. And not only do I believe our ancestors are back there helping us, I think descendants down the line can also be in on the fun. So this is what I think happens. So Let's see what the cards have to say about it. We'll take a look in some of the tarot. We'll look in some of the ancestors deck. But my belief is, yes, that would be. As I'm saying to you, as I say this, if there was something that felt like hiccup, or something that was off, if there was like an overwhelming alarm or concern, I'd let you know. There's a reassurance energy that's coming through. So just so you know.
And Wendy said thank you.
You're welcome. And so I know that that's my own belief, and that's not as objective as some, but it's just because I've seen it so much. So it's like, all right. These aren't the cards I wanted. These are the cards I wanted. Similar back. These are the ones I wanted. Okay. Put these ones back here. Whoa, I'm just crazy with the cards today. Hang on. There's one or two more in here. Okay. This is the Angels and Ancestors deck. And this is like maybe the Ancestral Tribe deck. So we're going to look at those. Those are the Oracle ones. And then we're going to go into some tarot about what might you need to know or what you might want to be working on. But let's take a look because I want to go in deep for you. So I'm kind of doing a blind and a full combo. So that's what I feel called to do. That's what I'm going to do. Bottom of this deck is Protection Guardian and Drop Your Shields. This is coming through strongly. Leave that one. This is, yeah. Even if you're at odds with your mom in your current, or like I think we have multiple lifetimes too. That's my personal belief. But my mom and I didn't always see eye to eye. And even if somebody dies when they're at odds with you, it doesn't mean that they have to be at odds with you from the other side because they've got a bigger perspective. Nor do they expect you to suddenly be able to see from the bigger vantage point. They know you're still on Earth School planet, and it's like ground level of a building versus being on the top floor of the building and looking out. The perspective is different. They have the bigger picture, the bigger view. We just have the lay of the land that we're on walking along the sidewalk level, okay? All right. What else is coming through? See from a higher perspective. There is definitely a referencing that. A referencing the bigger perspective is what they can see from. The energy that we have for the other person. Like you can love someone who's passed on and realize that they're a human and they're a flawed individual too. You can recognize both. They can recognize that there is love going towards you from the other side. Otherwise you wouldn't be in their family line. There is purpose. There is lessons. There is willingness for us to come and interact with each other, even though it's confusing for us sometimes. And they will help how they can. Now, this is something about, yes, okay. It feels like, honey, you've been awfully busy lately and you've been busy doing something, whatever this is in summer. You get so busy doing, and it's time for you to take some time to enjoy a little bit of this. The bee is coming through, but this is what's coming through most strongly. The work that you've been doing, you've got to remember to take some time to smell the roses. Take some time to slow down and enjoy it. This is coming through hugely. It's very maternal coming in. You can't just be running through. You have to slow it down. Okay, all right. I'm getting a reference to a child running through the sprinklers. Instead of just picking the weeds out of the gardens all day, you also have to run through the sprinklers. There's something about this that's important for you to remember. Running through the sprinklers. I don't know why this energy, it's the best metaphor I can give you, but this is what it is. There's something about joyfulness, and this is young. Yes, I'm supposed to put the age stamp on there. What I'm getting is, my mom is helping me with this one. I'm getting a view of my backyard. I was probably about 9 years old, and there was the rose garden that my mom had in there, and then we were remodeling and redoing things in the backyard, and there was like weeding that was done, and then sprinklers were on, and all of this going on. All while there was young kid lessons, but also things that apply to the adult. So whatever you've been doing in your adult world, in your life right now, you're not taking the time to enjoy it as much as you can. Yes, thank you. Okay, hang on. Yeah. Okay. So I'm getting the reference of when I was 10, I had a pie fight in my backyard for my birthday because I wanted a pie fight. And so my mom indulged me and got a bunch of pie shells with whipped cream in them. And so we had this huge mock pie fight in the backyard. The next day, there was some whipped cream all over the grass, and there was ladybugs. Ladybugs. Looking for the ladybugs is important for you. It's a sign for you for ladybugs. Looking for the sign, and remember, yes, remember this. When you're seeing the ladybugs, it's a sign from the other side to remember to slow down, to enjoy, to be joyful. Yes. Not just protected, but steerage towards joy. They're steering you towards joy. Again, with an abundance, with a level of abundance, a lot of ladybugs. You might not just see one or two, you might see a bunch. There's something coming through here, and we've got the high priest coming through. We've got Egyptian reference, heart and feather references, even though it's not in this card, it's coming through. The higher perspective, intend and create. There's something about this and the Merkaba energy. There is something you're trying to work on that's a project that you could create that brings joy to you to create and to pursue. There's an encouragement to do so. The higher perspective, and don't be so hard on yourself coming through. Don't be so hard on yourself. What else? This is saying clear your mind, be present, focus, and embrace. And this is also coming through asking not for you to overburden, overwork, or carry what's not yours. There is something about carrying too much. When you've carried for something for a while, you need to set it down. And you're being asked to set and allow something to be set down. You might have to pick up and carry for a while, for a short time, but then you need to set it down. And this is coming through in this gorgeous energy. It says, be an open channel, mediumship, ancestors, and spirits. They're asking you to reach to the other side to see what you can do on your own in a way that helps connect you through to the other side. Now, it used to be, before I did a whole lot of tarot readings and doing this, that if I was missing my grandmother, and this was before my mom passed, if I was missing my grandmother, I would make the food that she would make. I would make egg noodles specifically and get my hands in on the homemade egg noodles that she would make. If I'm missing my mom, I'll do certain things. There's times when I've been able to dialogue and write back and forth, and it is like you can open a door doing that. If that's how you choose to do it, you can do that. It's not written in this form. It's saying open the channel. I'm saying you can write dialogue back and forth with your ancestors, and you write, and you'll be surprised because the thought won't be your own thought coming through. It will be as if there's a conversation. So open up more and more and more in whatever ways, in whatever little ways first. It might be first you're starting with egg noodles. It might be first you're starting making the food that your mom made, or making something that makes you feel connected, or honoring a tradition that makes you feel connected. And then as you dialogue back and forth, there is some wounding and some healing that can be done with this dialoguing. This is something that it is a practice. It is something that is a learned thing that you already know how to do, but it feels so wacko in our modern world to discuss it that we have to practice it to learn it. To learn to surrender when our voice leaves and the answer comes through from the divine, from the ancestors, from the other side, and allow it to flow through. Okay. All right. We're going to go into tarot for a minute. Is there a certain... I want to go to Practical Tarot. I'm surprised, but that's the one I want to go to. This one's a more modern looking deck, but this is what is being called to. So let's see what's going on with this. I want a line of 5 first, and then we'll keep going. She's more than okay. There is a comfort that wants to be offered, a comfort pulling up the covers, like when you pull up the covers and the blankets and you tuck in your children. There's a comfort that wants to come through. It doesn't feel that that doesn't feel like that's particularly how you would have seen things in recent times, but it feels like that wants to be acknowledged. It's the best metaphor that I can give. It doesn't feel like that was done on the regular. Like some moms tuck in their kids every night. Some moms are lucky to just survive the day and like, oh, I'm not in a straitjacket, that kind of thing. It feels like that wasn't necessarily the dynamic, that she wouldn't come tuck things under your chin all the time, but maybe once in a while. But it's something that's somewhat universal. And again, I'm getting it, and I'm getting it like almost like yeah, pokey goose feathers, like almost like a down feather comforter. So this is showing me there's heft to the comfort being offered. Yeah, and at night before you sleep, if you allow yourself to drop the craziness of the day and just rest, you might feel or sense things. You might see things in the peripherals that would come through. Yeah, yeah. You might see, like, sometimes people will see orbs. I'm sure you've seen them. People catch them on camera all the time. First time my friend told me about orbs, I'm like, yeah, that's just camera. Blah, blah, blah. No, I'm a believer in the orbs now. So yeah, definitely keep your eyes open for the peripherals. All right. Okay. I wanted a line of 5, and I'm not getting a line of 5. I'm getting trios, trios, trios. Harmonic trios come in. I'm getting trios, trios, trios. This is it's the Tower card, but it's the butterfly that's about to break from the cocoon. In this one, you can see it's like the chrysalis hanging upside down from the tree, and you can see the monarch wings. It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous energy. You're going to have to go through a period of about a month or so where it feels like it's almost like a struggle to break free out of this. There is change, there is growth. This is huge. The Tower, this is when the bolt comes through and breaks the tower down, and it's usually calamity, disaster, ruin. It's one of my favorite cards, because every time the Tower has happened in my experience, every time that happens, there's the beautiful disaster, and it's beautiful afterwards. It's the plot twist, the cosmic wrecking ball. It's the, oh no, like, smite me mighty smiter, and then poof, something happens. It's that kind of energy that actually gets you better than what you would have ever dreamt up for yourself. Okay, then the Moon card. About a month is coming through. This comes through with a stamp sometimes of time, and that's how it's coming through. It feels like you're going to have to go deeper, go deeper, go deeper, and allow your subconscious to do what it's going to do. You cannot rush it. Allow your subconscious to do what it needs to do to move through it. Go deeper, go deeper, go deeper. And then this has one of the most beautiful Fools ever. Then you take the leap of faith. Then you move forward in whatever it is. An opportunity will present itself. Something unusual that is an unexpected thing. It does not feel like the world's biggest opportunity. This doesn't feel like moving cross country or new job, but it feels like an opportunity nonetheless to do it from a different place where the wings are lighter. The flight is available. The flight is available. It's letting me know that you're either ready to expand and do the flight, but this is coming through. The flight is available. That could be as literal, like sometimes I've had as literal as car things that are car repairs come through on the cards. The flight is available is coming through. It's more than just expansion and butterfly metaphors. It feels like also sometimes this would come through on an airport if it were going in literal. You'll know better than I how this will apply, and feels like this is happening in about a month. Next line. Make way the path, make way the path. Let the shit hit the fan. Hang on. Let the shit hit the fan, make way the path, make way the path. The flight is available. Don't be discouraged in the falling down, the breaking down, the crumbling. The crumbling has to happen in order to reset, restart. In order to level the field, the crumbling has to happen. Okay. Next trio, give me just a second. The Two of Swords, the Three of Wands, and the Two of Wands. You're being asked to patiently craft your plan here. You're being asked to be skilled and deliberate in your choices, to think about it emotionally, but then step away from that and make the choice. You're being asked to be patient. The Two of Swords and the Two of Wands, this is about the planning, making the choice, making the decision, not just out of logic and not just out of emotion, but a little bit of both in a balanced way. A new partnering, new opportunity coming through again. There's a new partnering coming through again. Don't know what this is about, and it doesn't feel like it's laden with romance, just so you know. It feels like a new opportunity, an unexpected ally, an unexpected friend showing up. And then the Three of Wands, this waiting, this waiting, this waiting. You're going to have to let time heal, and that's going to feel like a test of your patience. That's what I've got on that one. Coming through on the next ones. Yeah. Okay. We're getting a little bit of a timestamp here with the Five of Pentacles, and it's coming through as the 5 months. Now, Five of Pentacles is usually poor little match girl out in the cold, poverty sometimes, but it's also going your own way, separating from something that's traditional and going your own way, and that needs to be honored. The Sun is on that, and Temperance is on that. This is huge. This is coming through, and this is like, how do you not get shades of Hawaii, shades of hula, shades of that kind of thing going on here? But it is what it is. It is the dance is what I'm getting. It's time to take the opportunity for the dance. We're moving into here again. There is something very powerful in these two cards. Just show her these two cards. I do not know what it's about for you, but these are needing to be seen. Anything else? Yeah, okay. All right. There's something about monuments and cairns coming through on this one. I think I'm saying that right. I don't know if I am. I think they're called cairns, Kairns. I think that might be the right word. If I'm wrong, forgive. It's when people stack the rocks, stack the rocks, stack the rock to mark a place. This is what you do when you dive into your practice. This is what you do when you check in each day. When you check in, not in a way that mourns, but in a way that allows more communication, allows you to move forward. Then you build the monument over and over. It's the monument where you drag a rock up the hill and put it on a certain place. Then the next day, drag another rock up the hill, put it on a certain place. You make a monument to something. There is something going on that is a building, not a physical building. You building, creating something, a building, a creating, stone upon stone. Easier to understand that way for you. Okay. I'm getting the sprinklers again. Sprinklers are going. Old school sprinklers. The sound is going off in my head. Old school sprinklers. Don't know what that's about. Make your choice. Make your choice. Make your choice. Make your choice. Coming through. You know how to do it, and there's a karmic lesson that's leading you towards your own happiness. Huge, huge, huge going on here. That's what I've got. Trust it. Trust it, honey. Yeah, you haven't been abandoned. You haven't been forgotten. There's so many heads up tidbits in here. It is a buffet of information so that you can't miss the signs that have been brought through, the things that have been brought through with clear discussion on this are here so you won't miss, because sometimes a lot happens. Life gets very, very busy and we don't slow down to see them, but this is, you won't miss it. You won't miss it. Don't worry that you won't miss it. You'll see it. It will be clear. That's what's coming through. You can show her these. This is coming through big. That's what I've got. Is there anything else she needs to know? There is a joy and a pride coming through with that sun card that's over here. And this is a celebration. There is a joy and a pride, a celebration of how far you've come, how well you've done, whether it was honored or not when she was here. There is a joy and a pride and a celebration going through here. Through all of this, there's joy woven through in small and delightful ways, unusual ways. Not everyone has heard some of these things that are the metaphors. Like some of these, I don't know that you guys have heard me speak of them before, but this is what's coming through for your read for a specific purpose and reason. That's what it's about. Now choose and go forward. Build your monument. Build your monument. Keep building what it is that you're creating. Huge encouragement on that. Okay, that's complete. That's complete. Gorgeous. And this is the Practical Tarot, the Angels and Ancestors deck. And then I think it's the Ancestor Wisdom deck on this one. So that's what I've got. Yeah, gorgeous energy. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, whenever my mom comes through on different reads, and whenever she comes through, she's come through with one of my stepdads, and she came through with him on one read, and it wasn't so much about what I was going through at all, but it was the message that was conveyed to the person, and it totally suits. So when she suits up to be here or brings certain specific pictures to mind, and they aren't pictures that are in a book, they're pictures that are of my life or of place and time, I know to pay attention. So you'll start doing this in your own wacky, weird, wonderful way too. I know because of the channeling card that's coming through here. I know this. Yes, okay. What?
Wendy said, thank you so much.
You are so, so welcome. That was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Krista put, oh my goodness, what a beautiful reading. Oh, Ange, that is so lovely.
Yeah, it really is. And so I know I have my own bias, but I also know what I see, what shows up and who shows up. So if my guides show up, and I have 4 guides that I work with when I'm doing tarot, that's kind of run of the mill. My mom doesn't usually show up during what I'm doing here, but sometimes she does. So it's like, okay.
Whew. All right. Okay, we have 5 on the list. Kylie, Lola, Diana, Courtney, and Jessie.
Okay.
Probably gonna I know we'll close the list here in about 15,
Whatever.
20 minutes.
Or maybe, we'll see.
We'll see. Okay, jeez. And Wendy put that helps a lot.
Oh, good. Good. Yeah, and the ladybugs thing is like, that's a wild thing. Like, sometimes there's things that are so far back, like, I'm 55, man. It's been a long time since I had a pie fight in my yard. It's a long time since some of these references or memories come through, but they come through almost like the Polaroids. If you know what a Polaroid is, maybe they don't know what a Polaroid is. They might not even know what a Kodak moment is, but the Polaroids, they look like Polaroids. If you don't know what Polaroid is, it's when you take that picture and the camera spits it out like bzz, and you spit it out and you're like blowing on it, and then the film, it used to be the film would like materialize. It would take a little bit of time. Like, don't touch it because it's still wet. It's still like drying. But yeah.
Krista put like those old viewfinder things. Yeah.
Kinda, but look up old Polaroids. That's how, yeah.
Lola put, so cute that your mom let you have a pie fight.
Yeah, I know. Like, there were some things I'm sure I probably, like, she was probably like, oh, this child. And other moments where, like, she was wearing superhero cape and didn't even know it. Because who would let your kid do that? I mean, crazy. Yeah.
Okay, next up, I should say, we have Kylie for a year ahead.
Woohoo! Okay, Kylie.
Lola, you're on deck.
Year ahead for Kylie. We are doing the Good Fortune for you. Good Fortune Tarot. This is one of my favorites. It's a fairly new deck. And I gotta say, I love it. And I underestimated this one. I saw it and I was like, meh. And then when I saw the cards a little bit more close up, I was like, I think I need this one. I instantly bought two because I liked it that well. Kylie, year ahead. Let's see what's going on for Kylie. Oh! Kylie, what we got here, oh, thank God. You're going to see why I'm like having a conniption here. What we got here in the position of you, what you're learning all year, it's death and endings. That's okay. That's like butterfly metaphor all over the place. You got that. An inevitable end of something. But those are usually sometimes a little bit jarring, right? Then the other thing we got is anxiety and stress and nightmare. Nightmare ending. Whatever you're going through is ending. What was stuck in the middle? Thank God. The star of hope. Your true north, your hopes and dreams. So whatever has taken you out of alignment, off alignment, whatever is creating anxiety, and whatever major relationship it is that you need to move on from, and I am getting move away from, it is presenting. And you may let this end. It's like the universe is trying to give you a permission slip to let that particular relationship go. That's coming through very distinct. All right, let's see what's going on in the months around. So we'll use same deck, second deck, and then we'll go back and clarify with this. Okay, so we're in July. July for Kylie. We've got July, August, September. Wow, I'm getting a whole nother deck coming through my head. Just one second. Yuletide Tarot, really, really interesting. It's something that is... The back looks similar to this, is what I can tell you. But what I'm getting is the image of that, and it's because it's Yuletide Tarot, it's got a lot of images, and the one that's being drawn up is the December is coming early, the Christmas tree and the braided rug, and then there's presents, and people with presents under that. Coming early, Christmas coming early for you. Because we're in September, and I'm getting flat stopped on that. Hang on. And how many times do I try and find a deck and not know where it is? And this is like, back is similar to me. I think because of all the leafing and all the charms, there's a lot going on, I want to see what's going on in December for you from this deck specifically. Because Christmas is coming early for you. This is a Yuletide Tarot coming through here. There's some presents again. The presents. And they are throughout this deck a lot because of what it is. But also we've got the King of Good Cheer. This is like the King of Cups coming in. We've got the Seven of Gifts. This is a Seven of Coins, something coming into the harvest and more of it and more abundantly. And then here we have the Krampus, which is the devil. A little bit of overwork, overdoing, a little bit of overtoxic. Don't be pushing too hard. The Krampus is warning you, don't steal the joy out of this part of the season. Now, I need to go back in. Usually I go in order. This is, you follow the nudge. When you do this and you've got this many cards, you learn, you follow the nudge. September. Now we go to October, November. Christmas was coming a little early. Be aware, don't steal your own joy. Don't let the Krampus get the better of you for October or November. We'll throw the December card on top of this. December, the Five of Swords. Ooh. Okay, this is conflict that's coming in. This is a battle and this is a defeat. And what I'm telling you is protect your peace. Choose what is peaceful. Rather than being right, choose what is peaceful. Whether it's in December or any of these coming up and in and towards it, be aware. We'll go through these one by one after I get this all laid down, but some of this is forceful information coming through. Okay, what do we have? January? Nice. February, March. Rites of Spring coming through really, really strongly on here. We've got March hair, wild energy, spring, spring, spring. Very productive and reproductive in spring next year. Don't know what that's about, but it's coming through so strongly I have to stop myself again. Okay, all right. March. Wow. That is a busy month for you, is what I can say. Whether you're productive or reproductive in that month is going to be busy. April, May, June. Okay. Now let's see if we can get some clarifiers and go through here as we need to. The King of Swords comes through in June. We're in July here. Page of Cups. What is the unexpected surprise that delights you, but it's like, oh no. It feels like almost like unexpected company. They say the 3 days of company and 3 days of fish and then they need to go. This is the unexpected fish that comes up with the Page of Cups. It's creativity also that this card signifies coming through. This is really, really a creative, artistic type of energy coming through. A new and youthful way of doing things with emotions in this month is coming for you. And a fresh start at something. And it feels like also on this, and I would say this because of the literal proportion on this card, it's coming through and I can't not say it. The scale of the cup. This is the grail. This is questing, 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 new quest. This is new adventure you're about to be upon. This could be traveling, but it feels like new quest.
Let me see the Page of Cups again.
It's a big quest. It definitely new adventure has started and begun. You're just at the very, very beginning of this. Anything else to clarify that one? Okay. What is this one? The Ace. The Ace of Coins. Now, usually this is like big money, big talent, big gifting in that kind of a way. But what does that lead me to? Exactly in this deck, and I'm honoring the imagery in this deck hugely because I'm being called to. It's honoring March. Something that you start in July that is really, really to do with March. There is a seed. There is a coin. There is a talent. There is a gift. And then we've got Wheel of Fortune as the fortunate time. Be cautious. This isn't like the Empress is hitting, but it feels like Empress energy hitting. That's a potent, like, fertility type of thing when you have this coming through in this kind of way. It is as if the Empress wants to make her presence known. The creative endeavors that you're doing stack up. Be aware, be cautious, be careful. Okay, enough lecturing. July, August, King of Pentacles. This is Mr. Looking Good, has it established, has it going on. This is the masculine energy that has worked hard and really put things in order. This is the way that you have done things in the outward, stacking up, stacking up, stacking up in August in a way that adds to your success and allows you a little bit of reprieve. September. Feels like August is the great month for you. Yeah. 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 There is something that is around here, and I'm sure it's around lots of different places, and they have what's called Hot August Nights, and they do car shows and stuff. Instead of cars and coffee, they do Hot August Nights for car shows and stuff like this. That's the phrase that comes through. August, Hot August Nights. I just got to be careful on what I'm saying here. It's a great month. It's a very celebratory month for you, okay? All right, September, the Nine of Wands. Resilience is coming through. What is honoring here? This is really the connection you have with nature is coming through rather strongly here. And there is resilience, resilience, resilience. It's a little bit jumbled up in September. Now, all of these are in order. These are building a guardrail, building a fence, but all the seasons and the markers of the season and the energies of the good fortune all coming through really a little bit haphazard. You might feel a little bit worn out in September. Anything else that she needs to know regarding September? Yeah, you're going to have to defend your boundaries, defend what's important to you, hold what is important to you. All right? Not so you're being defensive, but just know what your boundary is and hold it. And then resilience comes through, even though there might be a little bit of chaos going on with this, more than you think. Okay, October. Now, this is where we're starting to get Christmas early. And I want to look in this other deck, this Yuletide deck, because of the way this came through. October, November, and December. We covered a little bit of December. What's going on in the energy between these months? That's this December preview. The moon. Well, that doesn't help. There's a conversation happening here. Will you show them this? And it's like sitting by the fire. It's those chill of the night, still of the night conversations. It's after everybody's had their tea time, and you know, it's after the sun has gone down and you're chill. It's these kinds of discussions going on. The Knight of Wands and the Queen of Coins. These are coming in as two separate people. There's an explorer and like a sister friend, maybe. Doesn't quite feel maternal, but these are conversations that you're having with people that you know and trust. They're important. Four of Candles. There's something that you're going through that's a watershed moment. You see it here, and this is showing Thanksgiving. But it's the Four of Candles. Usually the Four of Candles is the rites of spring. Usually the Four of Candles, the Four of Wands, is people celebrating outside and dancing outside the village and moving through town a little bit differently. It's something that comes in as a synchronicity, as an 11-11, and that deck shown as the Four of Candles. It's like your seasons are a little bit jumbled, but it's like something that synchronistically lines up the 11-11 moment. Be looking for this between October and November, and specifically as you go more and more deeply into November, up to the 11th. Literally, it's giving me 11-11 as if it's written on a calendar. What else is going on with these? Clarify. Knight of Wands. This is just the exploring and ambitious energy. This is a friend that inspires you. This is this one is the one that you get in cahoots with. Like, I don't know how to describe it better. The one that would be like, here's the party, let's go. The page always knows where the party is, and the knight's the one that takes action and travels fast, really fast. Be mindful, be aware, be cautious in what you're doing. All right. To thine own self be true. Hold the boundaries that you need to have. If you get a reason that you need to hold back or refrain, then do so. To thine own self be true. There's something going on here. Be aware of where you are at in your surroundings and who you're surrounding yourself with, because this one comes in with such this rites of spring, fertility season, blah, 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 and this 11-11 coming in. Be aware of whose company you keep. Be aware of who you allow to be in your presence, because you want this to lift, to elevate, and it feels like it's particularly good. This isn't a caution, beware that you're in danger, girl. No, quite the opposite. But you want it to be good. You want it to be optimal, and it feels like there is synchronicity lining up, so you get the presents and the gifts early. Yeah, you want to be welcoming this inspirational energy. You want to be welcoming, knowing your value, knowing your worth, and treasuring yourself. This is huge. This is the Queen of Coins. She knows exactly how much pumpkin spice she has. She knows exactly how much stuff she has in her pantry. She turns the tumbleweed to the Christmas tree. She knows how to make the coins, the supplies, the resources work, and she knows her value. Really huge. To me, she is the closest to the Empress. Again, you're getting these offshoots of the Empress without getting a direct Empress card. If you were my kid, I'd be telling you slap a wrapper on it. That's what I'd be telling you. So be careful and cautious. Now, you know what's going on in your world better than I do, but I can't not give the caution on that one, okay? All right. December we covered a little bit already. So this was October. This is November. This is the energy between. We got the December covered. Krampus covered. By January, we're looking here at the 8 of Coins. You've been working. You've got the king here, the queen here, the working together. Something that comes second nature. The talent enhancement coming directly through in an opposition way. Don't stress. If you're making bajillion yarn bowls or bajillion pottery pots or bajillion troll cups or whatever it is you're doing, and you're making a stock of something that is created and formed with the hand, whether you're an artist, whether you're a potter, I don't care what it is that you do. Whatever it is that you're making, you're crafting, you're building, continue doing it. There's purpose and reason in it. It will come second nature. It will give you joy to be in the creative flow, the creative energy here. Whatever this is that is the creative here, it has to be honored. And you have to try a number of things. So if you find yourself making 50 million knitted scarves, whatever, have at it. I have one scarf that I love to knit, and I've probably knit it in every color ever known to man. I mean, I love it. It's just soothing and relaxing and fun to do. Do I wear the scarves? No, this neck is like this big. It's super short neck. I don't wear the scarves, but I knit it for the joy of doing it. It's something like this in January. It carries you through. And it's important to honor this creative impulse that you have. Important to honor it. It spills and splashes over into other places. I'm getting the image of a kid in galoshes, the rainbows that you put your galoshes on and they go tromping through the petals. It spills and splashes into other things. So when you are landing your ass in whatever creative petal that you're in, it splashes over and expands creativity in other areas of your life. And it's a beautiful and brilliant thing to do. Keep doing it. That's going on in January. In February, Seven of Swords. You will walk away from something. You will choose something different. This is coming up very much as you. Now this gets a bum rap. This is Sneaky Pete the Thief. Usually you see the thief leaving camp and going, ha ha ha, getting away with the swords. But did he have to stay around for the battlefield to get killed? There's no context on that card. So it's like somebody that needs to protect their own priorities, needs to be very aware of what your priorities are, and where you really need to step off the battlefield, don't be there. You got that as a cautionary in December already. Anything else on this one? Take your parasol and leave. That's what that is okay. Yeah, you're alchemizing something. You're blending something differently, and you've learned something. It's like you've had mad skills, mad doing, mad creating. Mad not as in angry, mad as in abundant creativity. Like creative out the wazoo. You're not short of creative bones in your body. Like you fell down the creativity tree. Bam, 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 bam. All right. So you're going to move forward with this, and you're going to alchemize. This is what's coming in new. The way you alchemize and blend things. All of this practice, all of this creation. It's helping you learn an MO. Yes. It's helping you learn your mode of operating in the creative field a little bit differently. So whatever you're doing, say you're creating pottery mugs, and you're creating them one after the other, like I did with my scarves. You're creating them, getting your hands in it, and understanding and honoring when you're creating, understanding when you're doing it by rote. Those are two different things. Understanding when you're doing something second nature, understanding when it's feeling like it's a chore. This is where you're understanding how the energy flows through you, how the gift of expression flows through you, and when you need to step back or when you need to step on the gas a little bit more. This is part of the lesson. It doesn't matter what the object or the thing or the experience that you're creating. What matters is you learning when to step on the gas or step on the brake. Okay, now we have March, the wild hare. Oh, ho, 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 ho. And Judgment, again. We saw that. Where did we see that? Was it only in here? Maybe it was only in here when this came down. This is to thine own self be true. It's in the Judgment card. It's in the Wheel of Fortune. This is a major month for you. We saw it here. Ha 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 ha. I knew we'd seen it. Show her these, honey. We saw it when you got those presents in October, November. That is when we saw it. And we're seeing it again in March. To thine own self be true. You're honing it in more and more and more. This is a protected time, an alchemizing time. You're connecting in and with the divine and co-creating with the divine. This is a huge month for that. And the Wheel of Fortune is with you on this. It's like, sometimes I've called this where you're dialing numbers into a safe, or like the old locker combinations you see people doing, and it's 3 numbers and it's like boom, boom, boom. You're on that 3rd number there, and it feels like, yeah, definitely time. Tumblers down. Yeah. March is big. Post St. Pat's, yes, post St. Pat's. Now, some certain calendar holidays or certain time things, if I come into them and I'll ask, is it post St. Pat's? I'm not going to tell you it's post St. Pat's if it's before. If it feels prior, then I'm going to hear in my head, and I'm going to get back up. It feels after St. Pat's, which is after March 17th. This is what's coming in. So this creative explosion is all month long, but particularly pay attention to those dates. What's going on here? Do not slow down. I'm telling you, step on the gas. You will have this cause to second guess yourself. You'll be lost in your own head and in this kind of captive in your own thoughts, hostage in the own limiting beliefs. And it doesn't have to be so. It's not meant to be so. Don't allow yourself to linger there long. You've got April coming in, 4 of Cups, and you're refusing to see the big creative gift. Now look at that. The cup there. Remember how we talked about the Grail coming in here in July? It's like you're refusing to see your own gift. You'll quest again for it right here. You've got March, April, May. And what do you have? The quester of questers, motherfuckers. This one is the Knight of Cups. You ride the white horse for you, okay? This is the one that literally quests for the Grail. He doesn't go into battle with a sword or a wand or a coin. He's going with the Grail. This is what's in your soul, deep, deep, deep. With 2 judgment cards on this also, what's deep, deep, deep. Following your true north is what the challenge is that you're learning to grow through on this one. Letting go of something past, following your true north. Allow your dream to evolve. As long as it feels true north to you, keep going towards it. Allow your dream to change. It's like somebody that might take something other than their generals their first year of college and be like, shit, I want to change my major. Now I have to do these other generals. You're allowed to change. You're allowed to expand. You're allowed to grow. Allow it to happen. Allow your dream to expand. Absolutely. 3 of Cups. Celebration on this. Huge, huge celebration. Be around those. Again, cultivate the relationships that are near you, to those that would lift you up, those that would support you. This is huge for you going forward. Not those that tolerate you, those that appreciate you. King of Swords in the June time. Your seasons are completely upside down in this one, but that's okay. Okay, all right, I'm getting pulled. What's going on? This is next June. So practically a year from now. 3 of Canes. This is the 3 of Wands coming in. Excuse me. No. Canes, swords in this. Candles are the wands. Canes are the swords. What's going on? Why are you cultivating this? There feels like an uncomfortable truth. This is the 3 of Swords. Usually it pierces the heart. There's an uncomfortable truth. It's not the end of the world, but it might be that you've outgrown a situation and you need to move on and beyond it. That feels very, very much. Now this one sometimes comes in as a card of a 3 months. This is almost a resetting to the year mark here. So what have we got going through there? Okay. You're going to shift your perspective about a situation and it's something that you've outgrown. You're definitely shifting the perspective on it. What's going to happen next for the next 3 months? You've got the year plus up to September of next year. The Ace of Gifts, something landing at your doorstep. This is the Ace of Coins. Same, same. Different way of seeing it. Same, same. Same card. Okay? In abundance. The presence under the tree. So your seasons of growth might be switched up. It might be that you're in a chapter of your life that you've started pretty good and you're a little further in it than you realize and why it's accelerating in such a manner, in such a way. Anything else you need to know going forward? Ten of Cups, huge joy. Allow yourself to go towards what makes you joyful. Allow yourself to have the dreams and the wishes and the hopes. And it's not greedy to want what makes you happy. Allow yourself to go towards it, go towards it, go towards it. Put it as priority. It's important for you. The Judgment cards wouldn't have come up otherwise. It's to thine own self be true. Get off the battlefields that don't even matter. Get off the things that are like adding insult to injury in December or arguments that really just don't matter. You need to evolve. Don't let things or people or old programming get in your way on this. It's time for you to allow things to open up expansive. That's huge. That's complete. Excuse me. Had a sneeze in there. But that's complete. That's gorgeous. Yeah, and this is the Good Fortune deck, Good Fortune Tarot, and this is the Yuletide Tarot, and that's a great one. It really is. So, yeah, that's what I got. I love that for you. Yeah, that was a whole lot going on in there. Okay.
Wow, Rich.
I know. Sometimes I don't know what to do with it. I'm going to be sorting cards forever. Okay.
Okay, Cody, I got a Venmo from you requesting 20 for a blind read. It's kind of not the way it works. Sorry.
It's not the way it works. He double check what you've done. If you want to get a blind read, I'm happy to do it for you, but I'm
Yeah.
not going to pay you for the privilege. No harm, no foul. People get that wrong all the time. They'll throw it in there a little bit different. So if you see the no, it doesn't mean anything other than, okay, double check how you're doing it.
Oh, the Page of Cups. Emily said that was essentially the greatest one she's ever seen.
It's that deck. I'm telling you guys, I waited too long, and I might need even a third on that. Some of my decks I have 3 of. I know it's ridiculous, but I do. And that one I might need to have a third of. I was so surprised because I was like poo-pooing it. What I saw on Amazon, I don't know if we're supposed to say that, but what I saw on that was like, eh. And then I went into a tarot shop that's across town in Salt Lake, Elemental Inspirations, I think is what it's called. And they had the printed out pages of these things. And I saw the card size, the actual size, and I saw a few different ones than I had seen before, and I was like sold. I'm like, okay, let me get one. Then nope, I have to have another.
Emily put so cool. And which deck was that?
This one is the Good Fortune, and it's got a good guidebook too. If you like the guidebooks, and I like a good guidebook, it does have a good guidebook. So yeah.
Cool deal. Yes, and it will be uploaded. I am currently recording, so yeah, it will be uploaded to the tube. Okay, Kylie said, this is so accurate with the big changes I have this year. Thank you.
You are so welcome, honey. Good luck. It is a major, major year, but the universe is definitely conspiring for you. I mean, yeah, it's going to be a really good year. Good, 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 good. Big, busy, challenging, good.
Okay, Kylie, the payment from Cody is for my sister. Well, it's a request for $20.
So,
it's not a payment.
It might be that you've entered something in backwards. When it comes through as a request, it means like you're asking me to give you $20.
Yeah, it's so, the only option I have is to pay or decline. Oh, so, she resent it. I will look for it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and that happens like.
Yeah,
that's why I tell people to spell feisty the E before the I, because I type it so many times backwards. It's ridiculous, and it's.
All right, yeah. And Tasha's here. Hi, Tasha.
Hi.
Tasha is an old school OG.
Good to see you.
Tasha has been with us since
for a
we
while.
First started this.
Since
2020,
forever, right?
I think.
Yeah.
So hello, Tasha. Good to see you.
All right.
Okay, next up we have Lola for a blind.
Lola for a blind. Give me a second, Lola. Well. We're going to Madame Endora's. I don't think I'll need the second. I'll keep it handy. It's one of the Oracle decks. I don't have a lot of Oracle decks that have duplicates. This one I do, but I think I just need the one. But I wanted you to know for sure that you're getting the one. All of it. Okay. All right. We're going to Madame Endora's, the Rooted Woman, and the Mystic Shaman cards. We're starting with Endora's, and I go typically in the order that I pull the cards or I'm drawn to them for Lola's. What I'm getting off the jump is there is a sense of frivolousness that other people assign you that is underrating and under-crediting you, and that you are not to buy into that. When people underestimate you, that's their problem. And if they make smaller what is your offering, make smaller what is something that you are doing, don't buy into that either. Yeah, you get underestimated a lot. You get, I'm getting labeled, niched, yeah. You get put in the Manilow song a little too easily, all right? Yeah, okay. You get put in the Manilow song a lot too easily. The minstrel's coming through. Let your intention be known. Exactly what I'm saying. People will put you into whatever it is that their frame of reference is, and your intentions need to be more clear, made more known, made more strong. Your voice needs to be heard. You need to speak your truth a little bit more. You get to speak your truth a little bit more. So bossy. Need to. You get to. Your truth is every bit as valid as the next guy's, and it's important for you to understand. Water's coming through with emotions at their peak. This is, it's an interesting one to see, because emotions at the peak, sometimes we think fiery personalities, intensities. But also, emotions is when a flood will spill out, when there are tears of joy or tears of sorrow. Emotions at their peak. Emotions are at the flood, the break point. The ones, and I'm getting plural, the ones who underestimate you are not always the ones that, they're not trying to be, not all of them are trying to be catty or bitchy or mean. No. Again, I'm getting this, making your voice heard, making your voice known, allowing your truth to be spoken is something that has to happen. And it feels like there's some kind of healing that can be gained from this. There's a grounded sense coming with the element of water. This is what is here for optimal growth. What do you do when you're planting something? You stick the seed down in the dirt and you water the sucker. This is what's going on here. The earth, it says utilize logic and reason and common sense. This is what's going on. This, when you're speaking your truth, this is really the more aligned in the spread. It's not just as easy as boom, boom, boom. It's these two coming in harmony together and allowing this to come through. There's one more here. Hang on. Then we'll move to the other deck. The Mystic Circle. When you speak your truth, it says your abilities will be enhanced. And the Mystic Circle is honoring this part of the divine in you, honoring the words that need to be spoken. It doesn't mean everybody's going to have the ears to hear, but those that need to hear, those that really want to move forward with you in whatever way, they will hear. You won't have to explain and explain and explain and explain. You don't have to fight for a seat at the table. You be at the table, and if people you invite to the table show up, then great. If they don't, that's just fine. They're lost. Rooted Woman. What does the Rooted Woman cards have to say for you? This is going across this way. The Fisher King's Court, otherworldly treasures. Now, we've talked about the Mystic Circle opening up. This is coming through, and there's a stillness going on. There's a keen hearing going on. When you are in nature, you really need to open up, yes, open up for your clairs, the clairaudience, to be a little more present with you. This is coming in. More than even the clear knowing, you're hearing. When you're being in nature, you're hearing. Show her this. It doesn't say clairaudience, but that's what I'm getting off of there. The clairaudience wants to come in when you are in a setting that would be similar to this card. Not that everything is a castle, no, but when you're in nature where you see the elements, whether it's the stag or the hawk or whatever, when you're near that, you are very, very receptive. Then we've got Bain Fesa, and I don't know if I've said that right, but I think it is, and Woman's Wisdom. We've got crone energy coming in on this card, although she's not really drawn as crone. And there is an energy of youth, but the crone energy is trying to whisper through to the young girl. There's something about protection. There's something, again, about listening to whatever it is that is in nature. And there's also a little bit of touch of the hermit with this staff, but getting connected with nature is going to be how you get the illumination, how you get the guidance, how you go through it a little bit differently. Now this one, we've got magic, and it says strength and endurance. This is just a young girl growing into this stage of girl. It's like there is, some people would call it grandmother wisdom. This is crone wisdom that's coming through. I don't know how to explain it any plainer. It doesn't feel like you're anywhere close to as old as I am, but it feels like crone wisdom from somebody much older than me is coming through. This is someone who has been around in a lifetime or two for you before. It's very much it feels like guardian energy in this life. It feels like in previous lives this person was physically present with you on the planet in previous lives. Crone energy is how they're presenting now. This isn't the first time of guardianship either. Again, that word guardian is coming through very, very strongly. It feels like if we were to go back and do a past life or whatever, this person, the crone guardian, would be coming through, and they would be very much there. Yeah, okay. It's showing me the young girl that has to learn a little bit differently. The archetype of orphan comes through in reference, going back. It feels like 3 or 4 times back. I can't get it clear off of this kind of read. I didn't set it up for this to come through, but that's what's coming through. It feels like 3 or 4 lifetimes back, there was the energy of the orphan that came through. This person came in as guardian, acted as guardian, has come through again as guardian, and now is doing. It feels like, yes, it feels like in those times that I'm referencing that this person came through was on the planet with you in Earth School with you. Feels like now this person is on the other side, but still acting as guardian. Crone energy coming through. All right, the return. There's a knowing coming through here. There is something that is really, really coming through here. It is like walking the garden path, bringing you home in the gentlest way possible. And pay attention to nature again. It's the hearing that's coming through the crone energy, and it is almost as if you are in, like, show her this card, this trail. You will catch scents on the wind. People forget about the psychic smelling sense. They forget about this, but it does feel like you're going to get like scents on the wind as strong or as distinct as lavender or jasmine, those kinds of smells. It feels like certain smells, certain scents, particular floral scents will take you to a place that I'm getting sage and scrub pine is something that really comes through strongly. Don't know what this is about. You will know better than I. Okay, we're going into the Mystic Shaman card. What else does she need to know? You don't underestimate yourself as the song The Minstrel. Her name was Lola. She was a showgirl, blah, 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 blah. That's not all there is to you at all. There is so much more wrapped in you. And you can put on, like, you clean up good. You clean up real good. But you are more than just what people would shallowly assign you. So don't let your beauty be an impediment for having people take you seriously or take your wisdom seriously. Don't let your outward appearance have something where people will sell you short. Don't let the role or whatever this is that people will cast upon you be the defining thing about you. By far, there's so much more depth to you than you typically will share, but the time has come for you to share now. The Holy Mountain, the Smoky Mirror, Soul Retrieval, here, the Upper World, here, and Beauty Way. Don't let what you see in the mirror ever be all there is that you bring to a party. Ever, ever. You understand that when you bring yourself forward in your fullness, it's not about how glam you look or not. You can play the glam thing. You can do that. You can walk the beauty way easily enough. But it's not what you're intended to do. Make sacred the way. The smoky mirror is here. It's like time to wipe that old version. Wipe that old version of you off. Make sacred the way. You are to be doing more than that has been done. And the upper world is coming through, matching up with this one. And we've discussed it at length. And soul retrieval is matching up with this one. There's something that's coming through. There is something that's coming through this mystic circle, this guiding mother, maiden, crone, the feminine wisdom rising. All of this coming up in you is big, big, big right now. This is opening up a big chapter. If we were to see it in tarot, you would probably pop the high priestess easily, because you're going in to ask deeper and more mysterious questions that are at the hidden heart of you. That's complete. That's beautiful.
Woo.
Holy smokes. Yeah, that's absolutely a stunner. I don't think I've ever combined these three decks before, and that was just magic. I love that for you. That's what I've got. Yeah, and this is Mystic Shaman, Madame Endora's, and the Rooted Woman. The Rooted Woman and Mystic Shaman really wanted to speak loudly for you. So that's what I got.
All right.
Yeah.
So that was magical. So many goosebumps.
Oh, good, good. When you get goosebumps, when you get those things, this is like your spidey senses going, and they know. So, all right, let me get some water.
And Lola put, thank you, Angie.
You are welcome. So welcome.
All right, we have Diana, then we have Courtney, Jesse, Joni, and wow, Kariasha? If there's something I can call you for short, please let me know.
Okay.
Kylie's sister.
Okay.
I'm going to butcher that name. I've already butchered it, probably.
That's
But,
okay. I get it wrong. You get it wrong. People get things
and
wrong.
I try. Believe me. Sometimes I'll
We'll do our
Google
best.
it. How do you pronounce this? That one is
Okay.
Woo.
So who's next?
Okay, Diana is here, and she is next.
Okay.
And she's also a blind.
Diana for a blind. No, it's over here. Okay. This is Rebecca Campbell. This is Rebecca Campbell. This is not. But Rebecca Campbell has 4 or 5 different decks. Beautiful, beautiful work. And feels like it would really, really resonate with you. So I don't know if it's the Healing Stones, Healing Waters, Star Seeds, and the Rose. This one is not hers, but these 2 are. Let's see what's going on. There's a need for focus that comes in, and this is the time to be laser sharp and focused. This is the time to really step up and into it. Focus. Now, there is Diana the Hunter coming through, and I'm getting like some kind of like, there's constellations. I don't know who else in the constellations and the astrology is coming through, but this is what I'm getting, like Greek goddess Diana the Hunter coming in. This is important. Focus, laser focus needs to come in. There is something about your path and your purpose that you need to get more aligned to. This isn't me lecturing or telling you've done it wrong in any way. That do not hear that. What I am saying is the alignment is going to get more clear and more clear. Pitch clear. You know when you hear, like if somebody is singing and you know they're singing way terrible, you can hear that. It's that clunky. It's going to be that blatantly obvious. You need to get that clear about the truth that you want to carry forward. Your purpose going forward. If we're getting... Show this, honey. What I'm talking about, pitch, you're going to get it. You're going to get the calling. The siren song of the sea is coming forward, but you're getting the call going forward in a huge, huge way. This is huge for you. Let's see what else is coming through on these. So we've got the Song of the Sea, the Stand By Me, Overthinking Kills You. It's not analyzing. It's clarity. Whole different thing. Analyzing and overthinking in tarot will give you the 9 of Swords. Clarity gives you the Ace of Swords. The one true thing that lines you up, integrity, gets you aligned. Boom. It needs to be focused on. Dreamweaver. This is be very, very aware. It's not just asking about dream weaving and stories that you're going to be seeing in your dreams. This is asking about the waking dreams, and this is also asking you, yes, cross-handedness is going to serve you well. When people used to weave with a shuttle through the loom, they'd weave through the loom, right? When people knit, they're doing 2 hands. When people are doing crochet, they're doing 2 hands. This is something that a fiber artist would know, the weaving, the way things go together, right? This is something, when you take whatever is happening subconsciously, it's not going to be enough. It might be a little bit muddled, might be a little chaotic, but when you get clear about your dreams in your waking space, the dreams that are subconscious will get more clear too. Then they weave. Okay.
I know exactly what you mean.
Then here, divine union. Again, this is what's coming through. This divine union isn't so much coming up as partner A, partner B, or, you know, the wedding aisle or any of that. No, it's divine union. This is higher self, soul self, really trying to get something clear for you coming through. Destiny at play. You've been taught, brought together for union and growth. This doesn't feel like another person. This feels like you and higher self. Deep healing lessons and expansion and love. Okay, you can show her these cards in case that they are, I showed her this already, but in case they're helpful. This one's a little bit cheesy, but go with it anyway. This is not the Rebecca Campbell deck. It's just the Oracle of the Rose or something like that. Now we're going to go to Rebecca Campbell's, and we went to this one first, so. Okay, what I'm getting coming through next is something about the sacred space of your choosing. It's not so much that you have to go to, you don't have to necessarily go to one particular place. As a sacred space of your choosing is trying to come through in a way, let me set these how they were before, in a way that you could go to, whether you go to a cathedral, whether you go to a meadow, whether you go to a waterfall, or whether you go to the ocean, whether you go to the Red Rock, like Moab and Arches that's in Utah, wherever it is you go, when you want to go to sacred space to connect, you will be able to tune in. If you even get in close proximity, if you need to go mentally via meditation, you can go. If you can't go geographically there, find the video of whatever it is. Say you are going to Arches or something in Utah that's a very famous Red Rock type of stone thing. For some people, that's where you're getting in your sacred zone. If you were to do that and you can't travel to it, you get it on screen near you close enough, and you'll be able to tap into the energy. All right. Well, no damn wonder. Okay. This is the Healing Waters, and what you're getting here is Atlantis. Now, since people have not discovered where that actually is, you will go to these places. And again, you might go to Lemurian spaces. You might go to places and lands or read up on this and keep the big vision. Stay in alignment as you grow. I just can't say it any plainer. Then the waterfall here, inner power, unbridled confidence, and claiming your place. So waterfalls might be in particular special to you, but look at what's going on. It's a claiming that's more important there. There's Multnomah Falls in Oregon is absolutely a stunner. But there's plenty of waterfalls everywhere. And if there's that sound, yes, that sound of the water rushing through, it helps you almost like changing a channel on an old TV set. You had to like get up and like turn the dial. It's what can do that. If you can't get to that sound, you can get the rushing water of the waterfall sound, and it will pull you forward. The Song of the Sea, of course. I should have known. Of course. Okay. Now we're going to the starseed. And again, how do we not go to the starseed after you're having a link with Atlantis that's big? And it's like, okay.
Oh, you're going to love this. I'm Aquarius, and we are planning a trip to Atlantis, Bahamas.
The cards do this to me all the time. I love it. I love it. Thank you for sharing. You're going to Atlantis, Bahamas. Love it, love it, love it. Love it. And this card says perspective. It says none of this matters. Zoom out. Common ground. So when you get overwhelmed, or sometimes when we have vacations and family gatherings and all the peoples and all the relatives, all whatever, it gets a little bit big or much. You need to shift your perspective. So you've got the Atlantis card here, and then understand what it is. I tend to feel very, very grounded at the ocean because I understand my place in the universe. It's really easy to get into a space of gratitude when you understand the ocean is so huge, and you think of the universe and the galaxies that must be so huge, and the sliver of time that we're inhabiting now. So if the world is getting, think of this and take yourself to whether it's Atlantis or whether it's space, and you're seeing the earth as the blue marble that it is. Get the lens, shift the perspective. Then here, we've got Hyreth. This is longing for home and longing for the stars. This is beautiful. Show her this in conjunction with this. Whether you go through Atlantis, whether you go for Lemurian or starseed stuff, whatever it is, that divine connection and the divine, I'm getting ancestor, heritage, ancestry. The divine is there. It's not just the strands that we humans come to think of on our DNA. We have more going on in our DNA records than that, more in our spiritual blueprint than that. And it's prevalent and it's felt.
I'm caregiving for my elderly parents and often need to ground myself.
Yeah. Get some rose quartz around you too. This is coming in, and you've got the roses here. You've got this coming in. The rose quartz will help your heart be clear, and it will help create the energy of love. Even you can offer all the love in the world you want, but as people are getting elderly and whatever, sometimes they're grumpy, or sometimes they're not themselves. Their faculties are altered, but it helps create something a little bit there, and stones are very, very grounding. Starkeeper, Cosmic Ancestor, seed the light by staying grounded. That's what I've got. That's what's coming through on your blind. I can't tell you any more than what the cards have told you so beautifully for me. This is what's come through for you. It's a stunner. And when you get the chance to go to Atlantis, Bahamas, whatever this is, when you get the chance to step back, you need to have reprieve. You need to care for your own soul, okay? So don't push yourself too hard. Take some time to take good care of yourself, nurture you, and do what you can that gets you to let go of some of that so you can move forward. All right, that's what I got. Woo. That was gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous. What I can do with all these cards, holy smoly.
Like Krista said earlier, you can't make this up. It's
No, you
great
can't. You can't.
That happens.
And it happens all the time, guys, all the time. Which is why I need more cards.
She said, thank you, I'm going with my adult sons and can't wait.
You're going to have so much fun there. Oh, I bet you're going to have a blast. A blast. That's great. Yeah, just pack a little happy thought for me when you're there. So, yeah, it's like, okay, yeah, that crazy tarot reader, send some ocean energy back her way. Sure, you bet.
All right, I was trying to ask you on the chat. Courtney, you are up next. I need your question for your full read, please, when you get a chance.
Let me get a little bit of
So I have
water.
Courtney, Jesse, Joni, and Carisha. That's how you say it.
Okay.
And also we may have Susie. We'll see. All right, and Broken by Sound said, that is Diana. Always thank you.
Okay.
All right, let's wait for Courtney's question, and I will get that to you. That's going to be a full read.
Uh-huh. I know where I'm going for her.
There we go. Love and life in general, whatever the cards tell you. Sorry, I missed your message. No, I tried, and sometimes TikTok lets me get through, and sometimes they don't. So I don't know what I've done.
1 second, honey. We're doing the
Appreciate you
Angels
putting
of
it
Light and Angels of Dark for Courtney's full read. So, love and relationship is what Courtney wants, right?
Love and life in general, whatever the cards tell you. Okay, got it?
Mm-hmm.
Got it, okay. And Jesse, you're on deck.
We're going to start with the shadow side, the shadow element, the cautionary part, and then we're going to go to this. So this is the Angels of Dark, and this is not necessarily like, I wouldn't call them demony, no. It's talking about what you do that is the challenging, the shadow. What might be something that's absolutely an asset for you would be a liability for somebody else. And what might be considered as a liability to you or a flaw or something that's difficult might actually be more of an asset than you think. So just be aware, the shadow lessons coming through. Okay, what I'm getting on the shadow lesson is accommodating others too easily is costly for you. We're getting the strength, and what came through on the strength card is you don't trust your own strength as much as you should just yet. It's something we grow into. So this isn't me preaching at you. This is you learning to rely on your own gentle nudges more and more and more will add strength to you. It's something we learn through experience over time. This is something that's coming through. The Empress is coming through. The Empress, when she doesn't know her worth, doesn't realize she's ruling all the queens, all the kingdoms. She got it going on. She is the divine feminine, super, super receptive. The closest to the Empress in my book is the Queen of Pentacles. She needs to know her worth and her value first. This is huge coming in. When you know your worth, when you know your value, when you know exactly what's your asset and exactly what's your liability, then it gives you more to operate from. Like, say that, like, my daughter thinks the organization gene skipped a generation. And for me, it kind of did. Like, organization is not my strong suit. One of my sisters has it, but I didn't get that one. And so she is really good at organizing. To me, it's like, that's a liability, that I'm not more organized, that I'm not more structured, that I'm not more got it all worked out. Now, to other people, that might be something that, how do you creatively do this? How do you creatively do that? Might be actually the asset or the flip side of that. What you're getting is how you use your resources is actually something that you need to pay attention to. How you value your time, your energy is something you need to pay more attention to. Not just how you value yourself and self-worth, but your actual resources of time, your actual resources of talents and skill and gifts, and how you share them needs to be honored more. Empress knows exactly what she's ready to receive and exactly what she's going to produce for. She knows where to have the abundance and where to invest the abundance. Now this one, there's a little bit of juggling. This is the lesson for you, and it feels like you are getting this lesson. And really, there's nothing in here that's time stamping a year block of time, but it feels like that's what it is. So that's what I'm telling you. It feels like juggling. This is, do I have enough for gas and groceries? How do I budget that? On a very simple level, that's what you're juggling is resources. It feels unstable. The same thing here that you typically see the figure 8 around the 2 of coins. You see over her head, and you see this depicted in the strength card all the time. It's because you're learning to follow the gentle nudge, You're learning how that balance actually flows for you, how it goes, all right? This is something, this balanced gesture that I'm doing, this motion, just figure that you're drawing the 8 and you're figuring how that would go. This is something that you can kind of do, and it helps you weigh options. Sometimes if we do a physical gesture while we're trying to think our way through something, it helps us to sort through it faster. Just FYI, heads up, that's not a tarot thing, that's an Ange thing, okay. Then here, we have the tower, something where an epiphany comes through, a bolt out of the blue breaks the tower down, and everyone's like, fuck, oh no, I hate this This is the plot twist. This is the game changer. And it's not a penalty. It's not like you're being punished, but it is coming through. The tower, when the lightning strikes the tower and the tower falls down, kaboom, kablam, you kick the rubble out of the way and you go on beyond the beautiful disaster. This is cosmic wrecking ball. The cosmic wrecking ball comes through and takes what you're building that is not effective for you out of the way. Now here we have the Four of Clubs. This is gorgeous. This is the Four of Wands energy. You don't see people dancing through. You actually see somebody resting and understand they've gone through a portal. When you see that Four of Wands come up in tarot, think about walking through a doorway, an archway, a portal. They're dancing through a small structure that they're moving through in a very synchronistic way, and it's time. So understand, these are the things that your shadow is calling you to pay attention and look at. Now let's go in the Angels of Light and see what's going on in life in general and what's going on more. You've got enough of a sermon out of this nonsense already. All right, so bossy, sorry. Angels of Light, what does she need to know? We're going the Australian 10 spread. We're gonna look at this. Starting here. Come on, these ones are stiff cards. If you get these, they are freaking stiff. Why? I don't know. They just are. The cardstock is unusual and stiff. What is this gift that you're balancing? Interesting. Okay. All right. All right. The gift that you're balancing is all through here. You're seeing this balance here. You're seeing the Queen knowing her gifts and learning her gifts here, right? This is what's coming in the position of you now. This is the Celtic cross. It's just laid in 2 rows versus the traditional way. This is the significator. This is the universe trying to give you something. What is it giving you? Queen of Pentacles is the lesson. It is the lesson. It's giving you. You are entering High Priestess year. Queen of Pentacles is the lesson that's the challenge. All right? High Priestess year is where you plumb the mysteries and depths a little bit more. The High Priestess year is right next to what? Oh, yeah, blam. The effing tower. There is something that is an aha, an epiphany, an awareness, a truth that will strike you in such a way. It is like a thunderbolt. It is huge for you. The High Priestess year, what else does she need to know? We're going to clarify on this if we can get anything else. The High Priestess year doesn't ever last just a year. It's usually a good 16 months or more where you're accessing information, downloads, spiritual truths. But you also have to go through your shadow to get through some of this. So you know exactly what's going on. Very clear about who you are, clear about the assets and liabilities, clear about when you've been unaccountable or put something off in avoidance, and clear about how you want to do better, and clear about when is enough is enough is enough. Whether when you're bullshitting yourself or whether somebody else is just sending a lot of bullshit your direction. Clarity comes through with this. And you have to ask reasonably great questions, not just cheesy little questions. This is big. Your spiritual growth comes in epic huge. Here and here, I can tell you it's coming in huge. Knight of Swords. Totally aligning with truth, and it's reckless. This one's coming through, and it's showing the recklessness that comes through with this truth. Not everybody's going to get to be on the same spiritual page you're at, and it's not their requirement. Their curriculum is different than yours, and you have to allow it. But it will throw some people out of the way. Sometimes friendships aside, or the place and space that you're at. Sometimes jobs change during this. Sometimes the family or friends or people that we hang out with, they're just suddenly, we aren't lining up as much in our schedules because we're seeing something differently. If you're on your spiritual quest and learning something, and you have a really great friend and you're usually simpatico, but she's not at the same space, it's not a fault or a defect in either one of you. It's just her curriculum has been lined up a little bit differently, okay? Yeah, anything else? Yeah, the Fool. Yeah, you're ready to start this. You're ready to start this adventure. It is the time. You're ready to take the leap of faith as far as the High Priestess is concerned. Now, we have conscious and subconscious thoughts here. Conscious. A little bit of the refusal. A little bit of going within, holding your ground, but not wanting to see what's being offered. You're going to have to go deeper. And that's a tricky thing to do. It's a reckoning with yourself, and it's a reclaiming of self that comes forward. And you can't do that when you push away the gift and you don't want to look. You don't want to look. You don't want to look. The universe is giving you. You're going to have to look. And if you avoid and avoid and avoid, that's when the universe sends the tower. All right, Page of Swords, subconsciously. You've seen and witnessed enough. You've had these nudges, these knowings, these experiences. You've got the lay of the land well enough. This is the Page of Swords, considered the spy. He's also the one that sometimes doesn't communicate clearly. Sometimes try as you might. You could say, the sky is blue, the grass is green, and somebody that you're talking to is going to be like, are we having M&Ms on that cake or what? You're like, I just told you outside, sky's blue, grass is green. And they're totally on a different frequency. There's going to be that. Be clear about how you tune in. Pay attention and just dial in more clear for yourself. If they're talking about the M&Ms, great. That's just fine. Let them talk about the M&Ms. And if you keep telling them the same thing and they just can't get it, that's all right. Just understand you're going to feel a little bit of this conflict. You've got the lay of the land. You'll know it's important to pay attention to what's going on in the sky and the grass. For them, it's not important for them. All right. Recent past and near future. Very interesting here. This is the 9 of clubs, the 9 of wands coming through. This is the one where there's resilience after defending. Will you show this one? It's illustrated a little bit different than typical, but you've set up the guardrail. You set up something. You've been resilient about something. The boundaries that you're defining and getting more clear about, you've set them up. Now it's time for you to be resilient. This is sometimes shown, and you can see the bandage on his head. That's pretty traditional rendition of that card, where it's like you've been bonked on the head and there's been a little bit of a wound, but you've survived. You're still standing. You've survived it. Recent past wounding. Recent past knowing, recent past opening of whether it's the third eye and psychic senses or the crown chakra. There's been a how do you put that? It's more of an opening of those areas than an injury to the head, but you're thinking about things differently than you have in the past. Hermit going forward. This is showing me you're going to have to walk this path a little bit alone, and through September. This is the Virgo card. I love this card, but the light that you have to go by has to be something that you're creating, something that you're finding, something that you are seeing. And it's very individual. It's the dark night of the soul sometimes. What else do we need to know about that one? You couldn't avoid this if you wanted to. This is beautiful, beautiful. This is the 4 of Wands. This is synchronicity and alignment coming on this hermit. This is the 1111. This doesn't come through as November 11th to me for you in this read, and it doesn't come through as soulmate. It comes through as synchronicity because you're walking through this threshold and you cannot deny it. That's what's coming through. You can't help but walk through a door. Not everybody else is even going to see it. You can't help but walk through it. We've got the Page of Wands here in the hopes and fears around you. What if you explore this? Do you have to go on your own? And the answer is flat out yes. You have to go and do some of this on your own because you're reclaiming your own soul. This is you reclaiming. And then you've got the 4 of Swords here, which is reclaim, recharge, restore. This is a card of retreat, recharge, renew, reclaim. Again and again and again. What else is coming through on this? Okay. What's coming through here is this beautiful, beautiful Ace of Cups that's coming through. Now, remember we were talking about this here and you didn't see the cup? This is big spiritual growth. The cups signify spiritual growth. They signify emotions. This energy where we are stirred to look within our own spirit. This is coming through big for you. What else do we have here? The 7 of Wands about defending. What came through over here somewhere was the 9, where you got the bonk on the head. This is defending the boundaries and moving forward anyway. It's important for you. And then here, the 10, setting down the burden. You cannot carry other people's lessons in order to move forward. You're going to have to let go and let other people with their different curriculum be on the different path. If you're meant to walk the hermit's path, if you're meant to be encountering the high priestess and embodying the high priestess, you're on a different path. There are those around you that will love you but not get you. And it's not that they aren't in your corner. They just don't get it. That's okay. Page of Swords. You've seen and witnessed enough. This one's coming through here. Referencing back here. You see this reference? Show them this. Anything else that she needs to know? Regarding these towers of structures, it feels like there is something to do with moving going on with this. A relocation. This is you going and claiming sacred space. Now, it might not be that you're actually moving house. That wasn't really in the questions, but it feels almost that big. almost that dramatic. What else do we need to know on that? Knight of Swords. Yeah, it's time to move forward. There is something movement, claiming the sacred space. The page always longs for the horse. He's got the lay of the land, but he never has the horse, and then he sometimes communicates badly. This one's like saddle up and ride, sweetie, because now you have the horse and it's time to charge forward. That's just big. One more? Yeah, hang on. Yeah, you're just letting time for things to grow, letting time for the seasons to grow, and the Fool comes through again. This one comes through here. The bottom of this one comes through here. It's time for you to take the leap of faith. That's just all there is to it. That's what I've got. That's complete. That was gorgeous. And this is the Angels of Light and Dark. And the only beef I have with these cards is they're stiff. They're like poster board feeling as far as the flexibility. That's a real pissant picky thing. I mean, they're really not important. The images are interesting and beautiful. And these are the ones that I was drawn to. It does not show like huge romance coming your way. It shows huge reclamation of soul. You are reclaiming yourself in such a big way. You will understand yourself differently within this span of the 16 months. The High Priestess year is nothing to be trifled with at all. And it's not easy either. Not easy at all. Not a cakewalk when you're getting that one. And believe it or not, you'll get that and then it might chill for a bit and then you're going to get it again. It will happen over and over for you. Yeah. That's accurate. That's what I can tell you.
All right, Ann.
Uh-huh. It's just answer your calling, honey. Answer your calling. I don't know where I'm going to put all these damn cards. Holy cow.
Jesse, you're up next, and I need your question, please.
Guess we'll be putting them in here for now.
Courtney said, thank you so much. Needed this.
You are so, so welcome, honey. You're welcome.
Gotcha,
No
Jesse.
problem.
Thanks.
Okay. Come on. All right. We're going to put this... I don't know where.
Krista, quick. Grab some water.
Yes, thank you, Krista. Yes. Will do. Yeah, my voice will start getting kind of funny, but we'll deal with it.
I saw Kim is here. Kim might be driving home.
Hi, Kim. Hi.
I also saw your brother in here, Isaac.
Mm.
Now, I don't know if he's still here, but he did come in.
Ike, if you're here, hi. If Jessica's here, hi. If any of the other little family of Ikes is here, hi. Okay.
Okay. So Jesse's question is whatever the cards want to tell me.
For Jesse.
And that is a full read. Joni, you're on deck.
Okay, we're going to go with Neoteric Woman for Jesse. Hang on. Now these ones are gilded so beautifully that I had to cut the gilding off on this deck. So, and this one I might get a third of. It's got some really interesting, more modern art. It's the Neoteric Woman for Jesse. That's the name of the tarot. Let's see what's going on. Hang on. This is why we have to have this. Yep, full deck. We're good to go. We're getting a boomerang shape coming for you. This is very interesting. Be careful about if somebody has pissed you off recently or if they push a hot button trigger. Your spread is coming in the shape of the boomerang. So what you're sending out is going to come back to you. It's a very karmic lesson coming up. You're needing to understand karmic lesson in a different way. Now, Karma's great. She doesn't forget the address ever. I always say that about her. And I also think what goes around comes around. People have said that for years. But I also think there are times when somebody maybe will do somebody wrong, and it's like, oh, I really want to get them. It's not up to you to do. Let the universe do the work of it because the universe inevitably will. And it's sometimes tricky to trust when you see injustice after injustice or you feel something's unfair or uneven. And it's like, no. That's the other lesson that you get to get. It's not your job to sort out all the details, make it fair, make it balanced. Your job is to trust and move forward anyway. All right. Yeah, no wonder somebody's ripped you off. You're fucking feeling ripped off. Sneaky Pete the Thief is coming in, and not just the cover your ass sense of the word, but coming in as the thief. Somebody has ripped you off. They've taken something that they shouldn't have taken. How were you unprotected, unguarded about that? Whether it's time, whether it's resource, whether it's thought, whether it's energy you've invested, whether it's clarity. It feels like you got robbed. Whatever this is, this way of looking backwards is only going to rob you further. Don't do it. And this boomerang is slightly lopsided and short-sighted. Short-sided and short-sighted. Coming through, crossing on that. Okay. Yeah. The lesson is worth more than the loss. So if something has happened that it's a financial or energetic loss that's happened to you in a big way, it feels like the lesson is of more importance than the loss. Pay attention. You will know for next time to cover your ass, cover your priorities, going forward in this kind of a way. We have the world. This lesson is complete. If you allow this to be a completion, you'll be more guarded in the correct way next time. Not in the Eight of Swords way, but in the way you know to travel lightly, and you know what you want to leave behind. You know what your priorities are. Watch things in this one. If you get this in other readings, you might have like legal documents. If you're renting or leasing a place, those kinds of things, look at the nitty-gritty details. Don't shortchange yourself, right? Okay. Completion on this going forward in the Queen of Swords. She suffers no fools. She's not even putting up with fuckery of any sort. She's just not. She's not going to put up with nonsense. She's not going to be made crazy by nonsense. She knows the truth to her bones, and that's just that. And whether people want to agree with her or not doesn't matter. This bitch is right like 99% of the time. This one might be abrasive, and she gets the bum rap as the bitch because she's just like, this is how it is. She's just right. It's the knowing, it's the logic, it's the reason. Sometimes she's not delicate in how she puts it in fluffy, fluffy words. This isn't the one that is like, oh, love the boo-boo better. She's just get up and try it again. Fall off the horse, you get back on. That kind of clarity and sternness comes from her. So she gets the rap of being abrasive when it's just the truth. The bottom line, she understands, and she will be fair. She's clear-eyed, fair-minded, and she thinks about things in a longer term, not just an emotional sense, but she thinks of things from a cooler head, a cooler mind, more strategic. The king, very, very strategic. She is also like that in her ways of reception. In regard to holding reception, the Queen of Wands would indicate, be careful who you allow to have audience with you. This is, be clear about the thoughts that you allow to take up space and reside. Again, here, being clear about the thoughts you allow to take residence. Okay? Yes. What you're receptive to, the thoughts. Be clear, clear-minded. Sometimes you will be your own worst enemy. You will be the one that sabotages you. Be clear. A situation that is unfulfilling and that has only yielded unfulfilling, or the same thing over and over and over must be walked away from. This is the miniature of the Hermit, and the Hermit's right here. You are getting ready to go your own way, so to speak. And this is because something has been unfulfilling, and it doesn't serve you to think or to hang out with this energy. If you're looking for something, if somebody is looking for something, and these cups are all full of something, you would know the difference between grape Kool-Aid and actually some kind of fancy pants wine. The two are not the same. And if somebody keeps serving up the grape Kool-Aid, trying to get you to think this foolishness, you're just not going to have it. You're going to want something that is a little bit different, a little bit more depth, a little bit more fully embodied. This is what I'm getting. The Hermit card coming here. This is the miniature. This is the minor arcana. This is the major arcana. You're going your own way for a little bit of the dark night of the soul to have your soul lesson and soul growth and really move forward through this. And that is okay to do. Anything else for clarity on this one? This is meant for you to move this. It's part of the reason this one might have felt sharp. Because you need to go through this particular storm on your own. I'm getting something, I don't know who wrote it. It's like some kind of goofy poem or something that I saw a long time ago. But the header on it was, storms bring out the eagles. And this is what's happening. If you're going through this storm, you're being brought out in a new way where you value what it is you know in a different way. You're getting more resources. You're getting more that is of value to you by moving forward. And the cherubs right here are coming through as eagles. Will you show her this card? This is the storm that you go through. The way you walk through the storm on your own is going to add strength to you, fortify you, and bring in a sharp perspective. Knight of Cups. Questing going forward. Again, leave this karma behind. Don't be coming back in an unbalanced way. It would be short-sighted to do so. Short-sighted and short-sighted. If this boomerang felt like it needed to be bigger, I would have laid the cards bigger. This is where I got it to go. This is how it's going. Knight of Cups. Some people call him the false knight. And he's not really false. He's just not really grounded. What he is very dreamy, very romantic, very much pie in the sky thinking. Sometimes he's player or lady slayer, the one who plays the field but never commits, the one that if you went into battle, he'd throw the grail and then run off. He's not the one to take in battle for you. He might encourage you to come to his cause or ride the white horse for him. That's why on this one I say you ride the white horse for self. You be the hero for yourself. You be on your own quest, not on somebody else's. You're not the sidekick. You're the main character. You need to be on your own quest. What else do they need to know coming through from this? Such a good deck. Even though it's modern art, it's really well done. You will be tied up in the mind and feel hostage if you are spending your time and your priorities on somebody else's quest. It doesn't mean you can't help somebody out. But when you allow too much of yourself to orbit around somebody else's quest, you feel resentment, stuck, and bitter. And it's not going to serve you. So when this happens, if this is a pattern that you're prone to or you're aware of, then you're going to step a little bit differently. You don't have to repeat that pattern. It doesn't have to be so limiting as this. And you have to let some of this self-sabotage and false beliefs down again. Otherwise, you're going to be in these limiting thoughts and held hostage by your own bullshit. And she's not going to suffer that for long. She knows. She'll see through it. Wow. Okay. This one's coming through. Large and in charge. Knows how to protect the realm. Knows exactly what they want. Knows exactly what's in the cup and what's not. Knows exactly where the power lies. This is you owning the show, owning your power, and operating in a way that honors not just the divine feminine, but also carries some of the traits of the divine masculine. The masculine is getting kind of a bum rap because patriarchy has been in a lot of ways a not good thing, and we'll leave it at that. But it has been in a lot of ways a not good thing. But the masculine is usually the doer of things, and the feminine in tarot is usually represented as the receiver of things. You are to be both. You're to be strategic. You're to be really, really highly aware of what it is you need to do moving forward. The Hermit knows it, and the Emperor knows it. So you set up a structure, rules. You set up a way that works for your own realm, okay? There's an independence that comes through on this. Now, in one of my decks, and I think it's the Osha Zen deck, I'm not sure, but I think it's that deck. And you see the lion and the lambs and the lion rising up, and I think that's the guidebook, and it speaks about how the emperor kind of can't go the way of the lamb. The emperor can't go this way of follower or sheep. He has to be kind of a rebel. That's what he's called. He's called the rebel in that deck. And there's that, and I don't know which one the other card is. You'll have to look on that deck another time. Nevertheless, the emperor has to be a bit of the rebel, has to break the rules a little bit to set up his own rules, his own kingdom. The emperor of one kingdom was never meant to be like the peon and chamber pot master of another kingdom. He's known this from the time he was little. He's meant to be emperor. Okay. 7 of Wands. Knowing holding your own boundaries, knowing your skills, and knowing how to adapt. It's not just the boundaries. The adaptability comes through here big time. Again, beautifully illustrated deck. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to have to order myself another one of these decks. I'm going to tell you. This is a great one. There's agileness in knowing your own boundaries. You can decide yes or no quite easily when you're very, very clear on it. She's clear. There's agileness that comes from this. Now, the next part on this, for the short-sighted part of the boomerang, don't be too attached to outcomes. Even though the King of Pentacles has stacked the money, stacked whatever, done the endeavors, invested the time, I'm asking you to not be attached because of the way the agility is coming through on this card so strongly. Don't be attached to the outcome. The 6 of Cups. Knowing when something is a good trade, a good exchange of time for resource. This is trading your favorite candy bar for somebody else's favorite rock as kids and loving it. Understanding the value and the role certain friendships have instead of being attached for them to be something else. This is huge for you. This is a big, big lesson for you. Anything else on this one? Yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay. All right. So we've got the Lovers, which is about choices, and I haven't put the Sharpie couture line on these, so I'm covering them up. But it's the Lovers. It's about following your heart's desire with clarity because you've known something, you've learned something, right? So the Lovers are there. Page of Swords is here. This is having witnessed and being clear about something and then deciding to move forward. You have a little bit of this Knight energy here. You're going to get the opportunity to move forward, but you don't have a Knight as the clarifier. You're going to have to walk through this portal of time. You're going to have to walk through this next little season of time. And yeah, this is giving me, this is the card that people say soulmates and 1111 and blah, blah, blah. It's not coming in that way. It's coming in as a timestamp of 4 months. If it came in as lovers or a soulmate, I would give that to you. What I'm getting is the timestamp. We laid it out in the frame of the boomerang. This is coming in as the 4 months. You have to do this mini hermit thing, and you're going to get this big master lesson quicker than usual. These are 8 and 9, quicker than usual. You're going to get this next 4 months is big for you. This is when this karmic boomerang in this lesson, it goes out, it comes back, and it resounds. Resonates. Yeah, okay. And sometimes I talk about the gong and the clunk. If something resonates in our heart and really resonates with us, it makes sound like a gong would make sound, or a singing bowl makes sound, right? If it kind of sits wrong with us, it's just like a clunk. So listen for that. It feels literally like you're going to have a sound, and I don't know if it will be a singing bowl. I don't know if it will be a gong, but there will be a sound, a physical sound that is heard in this timeline. That it's almost like, you know, Gabriel himself is playing a single note for you to give you a resounding, like, la, you know, give you that resounding. It's going to be clear as a bell. That's what I've got. Clear as a bowl, clear as the singing bowls. That's what I've got. So if you're ever on here and you see singing bowls, cool. If you get a chance to go to a sound bath with singing bowls, gorgeous. I have some in my other room there, in my meditation room. I am not skilled at playing any musical instruments, but I am skilled and love listening to them. And you can really, it will be that clear for you. Yeah. Something about, and it's giving me a C note, and it's not so much, I don't know for sure it's going to come up in the note of middle C, honestly, but the C note, you will see because you'll hear the note. That's what I've got. That's complete. Wow, that's gorgeous. That's amazing. Yeah. And this is the Neoteric Woman deck, and that's what's going on. You're just getting through this little span of time where the karmic boomerang and the karmic lesson is sent and cleared in an actually relatively short period of time. But for us, it feels like 4 months is kind of forever. But that's actually a really short period of time for that to be cleared. So, yeah.
Woo, man.
Yeah, love it for you. Challenging, but love it. And the challenging ones are some of the funnest ones, because after you're done with them, yeah, that's the fun. All right, what am I going to do? These cards, my gosh. I swear I thought I had a third tray around here somewhere. It's probably chock full of cards somewhere around here, but okay, whatever.
I can just take those and dump them.
No. Okay, and my cards that are extra wide, sometimes, like I have cards that are at least this wide, and they're in these trays too, and it's like, So, all right, I'll deal.
All right, Jessie said thank you.
You're welcome, honey. You're welcome. And good luck on that. Watch that 4th month thing, because that is weird for that to come in that way. Really, it's unusual.
Krista said, Phil, now.
Right?
All right, so we have 4 left to go, Ange.
Mm-hmm.
Joni, Carisha, Susan, and Ash.
Okay.
Joni up next. Past life.
You don't say. These are some of my favorites to do. Oh, we're going into the Citadel cards for you. Wow. Okay. Wow. We're going here real fast. Okay. 1 second. Let me get some more. These are some of my favorites ever to do. You probably couldn't tell, huh? Honey, you gotta take these and set them somewhere. I need some more real estate here. Can't work with this. Okay. Okay, this is the ones I'm called to, so this is where we're going. And then I'll get room on the desk. Hang on. I want to make sure I have all of them. Okay, yeah. Okay. Tarot won't read tarot when we do past lives, guys. It reads entirely different. It's like somebody switches gear from a manual to an automatic in a car. It's just different. So, okay, just be prepared. We'll just be doing that. That Citadel is hopping exciting right now. I don't know what's going on, and there's something coming up with trios. And so I made sure I got decks that I have 3 of them to bring up with. There's something coming up with trios. I don't know what this is about. Okay. right. We've got the energy of what I would call a little bit of Matahari type of energy coming in here. We've got the king, the enchanter, and the spy master. And what's coming in here is very vampy, glam, seductress type of energy coming in on this. Big time, big time, big time. The key that needed to be received. This is very, very much. This has come in through a few of them before. This is coming in as you. This is somebody else. This is somebody else. The king, the person in authority. What's coming in here for you? This one comes in here. Getting mother energy coming in through here. Interesting. And this is, it's coming in, often these will come in and this side of the card is more important. This one's coming in a little bit differently. It's coming in role of mother, spy master. This mother knows a thing or two. Truth, discernment, lesson, and poison are coming in here. Big time, big time, big time. This is, you're not in danger, you are the danger. I will show you these images, but then I'm going to flip them and we're going to get into the tarot. And then this one comes in with this one. Mental illness is what's coming in, or trauma. Somebody losing their marbles. That's not a delicate way to say it, but that's what's coming in. It's coming in more mad king than king. Somebody that's losing their grip, they're dropping a gear, they're slipping here. There's slippage in the mindset of the king. I need these to be in the space that they're at, so I'm going to leave them exactly in the space that I have them. I'm flip them the other way because that's how they need to be in this particular place, in this particular read. I haven't had them come in so firmly in that kind of a way as of late. It's usually I flip over here and this is how it's going. It's wanting me to go off the images of fear, so this is how we're going. The spy master, and she came in as the mother, I think that was what came in. Really interesting. There's a plot. Well, you are the clever one here. It feels like your mother has proximity to power, to the seat of power, whether they're a king or not. King comes in, this is proximity to power. Your mom has proximity. This doesn't feel like, if she came in as wife of king, I'd be telling you this, and that's not how it's coming in. This comes in as proximity to king and enchanter. What are we getting through here? Start with you. Let's show me the enchanter. The offering. Sometimes I'll get like Bible story type references coming in. And this one is coming in as Delilah. Now I've had like times where like Esther comes in, and it's been a while since I've broken out scripture. I don't care what religion anybody subscribes to. Delilah is the one that is very much the one that knows how to seduce, to how to tempt, how to create a different direction for somebody to look at. So something else can happen and something else can go down. So this is like taking this over. Spy Master has a reason. She's got the agenda. Enchanter has the deception and trickery afoot, and it's coming up in this way. It's coming up in this way very much. This is coming up as an indulgence. It's also coming up as flattery. And, you know, somebody else might hear this and they think, oh, that's awful bad, bad, bad. No, it's not a label of bad. You don't know what the priority is here. But Spy Master has the knowledge. There's reason to distrust when somebody's losing their mind and doing harm to everyone else. There's reason to distrust, and that's what's going on. So there needs to be a pivot and a redirect, almost like a handler. I think people would call them a handler in these days. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What do we have about the king going on here? This is definitely you. This is definitely somebody that's mother. I'm asking, is this older sister? Is this just somebody that it comes in as clear, like mother, like this one is the biological to you in this past life, and you guys are doing something that changes the path of, it changes the legacy. This king card shows control, and it also says reversal of fortune. And this is the thing. There is a protection from the reversal of fortune that would happen. It is almost as if this community is protected by these two, and this one is the one that has the power at that particular time. And these two are trying to protect the fallout for the peons in the village and the other people that aren't the wielders of the sword. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We're getting the king. We're getting some kind of overzealous religious fervor coming through here. And we're getting the Queen of Cups here, which is also referencing here. She's already seeing the losses happening. She knows what's going on within this power structure. She's already seeing what's happening and the overzealousness. Let's see what's going on here. These ones. What color are those? I think those are brown, so we'll go to the orange right here. I think that's right. Yeah, that's right. Okay. See what's going on here. There is a knowledge that she has, and she's telling you that there will be a short window of time, a short period of time, that it's going to be a difficult task to achieve, and you are doing what I can only describe as a con. I would describe this like the TV show Leverage, where the bad guys were the good guys. You're running a con on this king because he's lost his ever-loving fucking mind. She knows what needs to happen. She knows what needs to happen. She needs to pull it down before he pulls it down. She needs to pull and change something before it gets all shot to shit. She knows. She knows. Somebody on this side is in cahoots a little bit too crazy, and she's doing this operation by night. There is fire. And this is showing a very eruptive fire, very eruptive tower. The word that's coming up in this is a planned fire. You know, when we see in modern times fireworks factories explode, things like these that accidentally happen. This is an engineered accident that happened long ago that would have presented as fire. Your part is the redirect, the redirect, the redirect. The redirect of the king's view, the king's attention, the king's mind. Your part in this whole thing is to redirect. What was going on? All right. Now we're going to go back a little bit further. Hang on. What was going on here? There was a lot of carousing, and unholy gifting, bought seats, things that are bought and paid for, places and stations, bought lands and titles that are not right. It's like some overindulgent son of a bitch has lots of money and pays lots of money and then buys the house right out from under the people that have worked the land for years. That's what's coming through here. Overindulgent sons of bitches buying things that it shouldn't be theirs. This is why this is why she's pissed. This is why things are gonna burn it down. It seems to me that a while back somebody had something similar in this. It seems to me that there are those of us that have worked on the same or very, very similar project, if not the identical project of something similar to this, that where you have to take something down, or something is a structure that has become overgrown, overpowerful, and incorrect, maddened, corrupted somehow. The Knight of Swords, that's the Delilah is coming through truthfully as the Knight of Swords. Why? Because there's a protection of the legacy, protection of the generations yet to come. This is what's coming through. And then what else is going through? This one is tricky. She is shifting things. She's good at shifting supplies. This is somebody you would know that knows how to. You are sent to divert attention. This one knows how to make the plan, to pull a fast one, to pull the con. This is more of the mastermind here. She knows how to make the plan. She knows the distraction to plan. She knows how to put things going on. She's planning things, what feels like we would say citywide things. There is something coming through that's specific to a wedding going on. This is in the guise of the wedding, in the disguise of the wedding. It happens at a wedding. The event happens at a wedding. The smoke and mirrors and the juggle and the distraction happens at the wedding. It's making me almost dizzy. It's feeling like people are like very, very much indulgent and drinking and indulgent, and she's not shy of playing that aspect of things too. She knows how to work the situation. She knows how to work. You know how to work a room. You would know how to dance, entertain, create distraction, create whatever. She knows how to work the room as far as what needs to be done behind the scenes. Oh yeah. She's played some people for suckers. There's a whole group of people, and she set up a kerfuffle. It's like you're not the only distraction she's got going on. This feels like a fight. This is coming through like the brawl, the mock battle, the pretend battle, the brawl. She set this up. This is part of a larger group. This is plenty to be seen going on right here. But what I'm seeing is this whole group, this whole feasting, wedding type ceremony type of thing, and there's this group. Show me. It starts out as like the card would indicate, the mock battle, but it becomes more serious. You know, when people are fake fighting, or people are fake fighting and joking with each other, and then all of a sudden, boom, it erupts. This is part of the erupt. There's all kinds of little explosion type things distracting right now going on. The people must become so unbearably unruly that the people that would be over here aren't desiring to have this. Nobody here is a pushover. Nobody here is a pushover. These people would like to have pushover, would like to have everything. What else is going on over here? It is something that there is a huge amount of acreage, a huge land grab going on. Over here, the huge land grab. They see this, they want this. This is all the fowls. I don't know how to call them. The fowls. Ill intent. They thought they got the lucky hand. They thought they got the lucky straw. They thought they got it to have it all. It just made logical sense. They're cold fuckers. They thought they got to have it all. This whole household associated with this. This is all coming up associated with this. I mean, you've got here king. All of this household associated with this. All of this. They thought they got to have it all. They thought it was theirs to just walk over, step over, and take. All of it. It's like crazy. Sons of bitches. Nope. Not going to happen. The wealthy, the ones that had the more, that could afford to have the machine set up, the weaponry set up, the people in place are getting foiled by these. It is more than two households at war. This is like a community that is at odds with those that were born into the power structure. Then it's all through the swords, it's all through the metals, all through the precious that's over here. And through here, it's like, oh no. What happens next? What happens here? Why is this so imperative here? Because not everyone in this side is the asshole. Not everyone over here is the asshole, is the corrupt. There are a few goods over here. What's going on there? There's a sneaky taking of captives. The magician comes through, of course. There's a sneaky taking of captives. It's like there's enough of these people that know who call them the pure hearts, the good-hearted ones over here. Know who they are, that they appeal to them. They bring them over. This feels like not quite the star-crossed lovers, but the families of different houses, of different rank, of different class and social structure, that this one they're bringing over, and it feels like they're bringing a few over. This is representative of more than one. They're bringing a few over. So this is how they get inroads. This is how they do creations of things. They use weddings and marrying in and distractions at weddings to create. It just becomes more of a pain in the ass than these people want to fight for. Yeah. And it happens there. This is representative of more than just you, more than one. It's why there are other people that have had something similar that might come in this. There is a direction that is clear to the elders, clear to the mothers that would protect the daughters on this, that would protect this from. They know what happens if this goes badly. They know what happens if intruders come and just take the lands. Then the raping and pillaging begins. Sorry, I can't say that here. The pillaging begins. They know what happens historically. So they're doing it as a strategy to do differently. To co-opt the good parts of this family and to make it part of theirs, part of their tribe, their troop, whatever you will call it. And to make it so unappealing that the ones that are the hoi polloi toitsters will just be like, yeah, okay. It's a different way of going about it, but it works. It's effective. Anything else I need to know on this? Very much, again, this is like two communities, two houses. Yeah, there is a switching of sides back and forth a little bit with some of these people, but for the most part, the strategy works. Yeah. Anything else? What's the lesson? The lesson that comes through is there is an advocating, an advocacy, a higher calling, a justice that is in the undercurrents that goes in the daily grind that we don't know always how the daily things stack up, but there is a lesson in looking long range on this, and it's understood even by the youngest in this generation here. Understood. And this sense of justice that prevails in here that is created and takes time to create, it's something that carries through. There's a craftiness, a shrewdness that comes through with these ones. And there's a reason that the people have to have planners and people that organize and people put groups together and networks together. There's a reason for this. There's a reason for these strengths to be here. And it's to help counterbalance some of this other nonsense. That's complete. That's as complete as I can go on that one right now. Yeah. Yeah. You'll know where this touches. You'll know where this crosses over. You'll know where in past times it's current, and you probably could find the geography. And I would look European geography on this, and you would probably find where this would be. That's what I got.
Woo.
That's a wild one.
Joni said, so much fun. Thanks.
You are welcome. It's just, yeah. This is, if somebody ever mistakes you for simple, it's because you've intended them. It's like when you play dumb about getting a speeding ticket. Well, officer, was I really speeding? Oh, my, flooded the lashes. I mean, if you're playing dumb, you're playing dumb. There's nothing dumb about the way you do anything. And there never ever was. No. This is how sometimes big powers get toppled, is what I can say. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And if you have more insight in this later or put it up on the YouTube video, that'd be fun later. I like to see this because sometimes I'm like the history savant, not the history buff. So I don't always know where in place. And sometimes I get where in place from you guys, or it's like, sometimes it's like, oh, okay. So, but this is what's coming through. There's a lot of chaos and hullabaloo going on in, holy moly. Yeah. All right. That's what I got. Okay. Oh, these cards.
All right, you have 3 more, Ange.
Okay, let me get some water and we'll do it. I don't know what to do with all these cards.
You're just going to have to stack them on the table.
I am. I really, really am. This is ridiculous, guys.
She's...
It's ridiculous. Come on, man. Okay, those are gonna fall all over. I'm just setting myself up for disaster there. Okay, hang on. Let me put something. That box can block those so they don't slide all over. Okay, honey, will you take this? I'll get some water and then we'll go to the next one. Okay. What do we got here?
Okay, we have Carisha for a blind. Susan, you're on deck. Then Ash. Susan, I need your question when you get a chance.
Hang on. This is Carisha for a blind, right?
Yes.
We're going in Cyril Marchetti's, I think it's the Divine Oracle. And then he's also got the Gilded Reverie. That's a Lenormand deck. He's got this one that's also a Lenormand. I forget what he calls this one. It's also Cyril Marchetti. I've got his Kipper deck too, but it's not necessary. So, okay. All right, that's all we can do right now. These are going to read more Oracle than Lenormand, just so you know. Lenormand is a different structure than Tarot. It's set up entirely different. Just like Tarot has the 22 cards and then the suits, and it's always the same. Like the 22 cards and the 4 suits, and okay, great. Lenormand has its own set. Usually it's 36 cards, but it operates different than Tarot. And Oracle is like, it can be all about birds or feathers or whatever. For this read, these intents and purposes, we're doing it all as blind Oracle. But I want his art to come through. What is the stiff? There's a mechanized stiffness coming through. It's like the gears need greased. Whatever the mechanisms, the machines, it's like the gears need greased. I'm not done yet. Give me just a second. These are reading in duos here. These are going to weave through. Okay, interesting. Okay, all right. There's something about internal promise and compass that's a little bit been difficult to see. There's something that is like obscuring the lens, obscuring the view. There's like the sky has not been clear at all. This is usually this is coming in past position here. Give me a second. This in Lenormand, the meaning is there's an obstacle or there's trouble afoot, and it doesn't feel like it's in the foot or coming forward. This is in past position in the structure that I set up and the way I lay it down. This is in past position, subconscious trouble. Something needs to be let go, release. The rain clouds can't carry the rain the whole time. They're just too heavy, too heavy, too heavy. There's a release that needs to happen. Once that happens, and sometimes it's a good cry that needs to happen, then it's like your inner compass takes over. This is the star card in this particular Lenormand deck. It's coming up as compass. It's coming up as compass. Planning things by a 6-month period of time is important for you. Planning for the next 6 months is coming through quite strongly. The next 6 months. So we've just got done with June. We're in July. So this is what put you in planning through the end of this year and into January. You need to think in a broader, longer term to create the trajectory, to keep the trajectory in mind. The promise of what's coming forward and the contract that's coming up. This feels like soul contract coming in. It doesn't just feel like literal. Lenormands are very, very literal. It doesn't feel like literal contract. It feels like soul contract. Fated meeting, fated meeting. In the Akashic Tarot that comes through, it reads a little bit different than usual tarot. They've set it up differently, but there's like a appointed meeting. There's a certain destined time, a fated meeting where people are outside the train. This is coming up. Something in December and January coming through on this. The contract, you need to be ready for your own soul's contract coming through here. Guided in the Wizard's Tarot back there, they have, I think it's maybe the 10 of Cups in that deck, and it has what looks like a parental type of figure and a young person, or another parental figure and a young person, walking, it feels like an appointed meeting. It's like fate and destiny have an appointment with you for your soul contract. That's the best imagery I can give you. All right, let's see what else is coming through on this. I want to lay over the top of these, directly over the top. I thought originally it would be laying down this way, and no, the pull is this way again. Layering over the top with Lenormand. Let's see what's going on. Somebody's birthday is coming in really big and strong here. I'm not sure what this is about, but there's somebody's birthday and a celebration that needs to be honored going on now. 6 months of the year and somebody's birthday is like about as vague as it can be. It feels like the birthday is coming sooner. It feels like the birthday is either coming between now and September, that this is coming up. This is coming up big. Somebody's birthday is coming in, needs to be honored and celebrated, or that person's going to reach out and it's important for you. They're going to have a message for you. It's coming through this way. This one's coming through by way of messenger, not a way of writer. Somebody's carrying, traveling, moving fast, bringing a message. It's not going to make sense that it's all that important just yet. It's like, and I'm getting literal instruction to be a cryptographer. You're going to have to Sherlock this shit, is what I'm getting. You're going to have to pull and tease the mystery out of something, be the cryptographer. Also, like, sometimes there is, like, the Enigma machine, the cryptographer, the word searches, word puzzles. What do you show with this card? It feels like something that you have a book in your house currently. The book is sitting in your house, and you will get in touch with that book, be looking into that book. It doesn't feel like a book of your own writing. It doesn't feel like a journal or a diary. No, it feels like a book that you read a long time ago. Yes, that would have something about the contract in it. In my home, I have the book Sacred Contracts, and I've been telling my daughter about it probably for at least a decade. You know, it's been cool. Oh, Mom likes this book. Recently, she's like, Mom, have you heard of this book, Sacred Contracts? Blah, 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 blah. It's kind of like that. It's something that's been shelved for a while. It's a book, and it feels like it's a book in your house, in your family's household, but could be literally specifically in your house. It's coming through more literal than what I think, and it's in there. There's something that is a profound quote. And this is going to reaffirm to you to do what is best for you, to walk away from things that do not serve people, places, times. It will come through with that kind of messaging very, very loudly in a way that's resonant. There's a knowing of what you need to leave behind that you are unwilling to leave behind yet, unwilling to grieve. There's a certain power stuckness to this. There's a certain powerful influence that keeps you stuck to this, and it's not meant to keep you there forever. It is like you have to go into a little bit of a hibernative season about this. You come out of, you're in bear mode now. You're almost into the hibernating season like the bears do in wintertime. You're already coming into this right now. It's coming as we're going through. Can we get present tense, please? There's a sorrow that comes through, a sadness with the marking of your vision and the way you see it. It's different. The meeting of the minds doesn't happen. It's giving me a reference to the way I throw bones on this guy's face. Will you show her the X on that guy's face? When I see the X and I'm throwing bones, if I'm seeing the bones go down, there's sometimes a conflict that happens. The meeting of the minds doesn't happen. And in order to lighten things for you, in order to move forward, you have to just allow the different perspectives to be there. And it's something that you grieve. It's something you're sorrowful about. You can't make sense out of nonsense. You can't force them to see it through your lens. They haven't walked your path. You can't wear somebody else's shoes. You're meant to, they say walk a mile in another person's shoes. Really? Really? No, you're supposed to be wearing your own moccasins. That's how you make the happy tracks. And they shouldn't be wearing yours either. Something that opens up in spring, it's not coming for quite some time. You're going to have to reevaluate your priorities coming in through here. This is what's coming through, and you're seeing different. It's like you've had impaired vision, and you're finally seeing something that comes through, and it's, again, fated meeting, divine timing. Will you show her what's in the goggles here? Fated meeting, divine timing. There are people that are supposed to be coming across your path, but you don't get it unless you straighten out your compass and go towards your own true north. Coming in here. The machine, we're back to the machine. The soul path is a machine. Okay. All right. the projection of who you are, who you've been told you are on the screen, the projection, the image, the description of what this is not accurate. The projection of who you are is more who you were than who you are or who you were meant to be. You are taking on a new role completely different. It's not even in this viewfinder. There's a soul contract coming through, and it is if the angel wants to push you beyond the projector, to push you forward in front of that. You've had to live through this lens, this role, whether it's birth order or anything else that's going on that comes with a certain set of structure and rules. But there comes a time when you have to birth something new, when you've outgrown and you have to go to something new. The machine and the tumblers are shifting. It's like the Wheel of Fortune is carrying you and swapping this and this. And all along you thought that this was the aspiration, and it's not. I'll leave them how they came when I laid them down, but the aspiration that was told to you, driven home to you over and over to you, is not where your home is. Your home comes up here in honoring the contract. What contract? Like the soul contract, the fated meeting of self and self. Navigating, threading the needle of the self and speaking your truth is coming through here, big time. And understanding that what is in alignment for you. You see the rainbow reflection and also the prismatic color coming through. Show them this, please, honey. You'll need to be firmly rooted in whatever it is that is your truth for you. It's signaled and symbolized by the blue here, blue chakra, speak your truth, throat chakra. What's here? What it takes for you to survive the nest of vipers, the poison plants, whatever it is, you need to be rooted in your own truth. This is what you're going through. It's why you cannot be in hibernation forever. It's why you must move forward. Anything else? Yes? Okay. One more over here. The returning to home is when you thread this needle. It's when you come into this owning of self. Okay. I don't know why I'm getting this, but I don't get to get in the way of it. I'm getting something, and I need a little bit of geographical leeway. What I'm getting is something like, this is East Coast house, Hampton house, house that is near a fisherman's town. It's not the Addams family house. It's this kind of old structure of a house with the Wedgwood blue and the shingles and all of this on here, and the widow's walk that's on here. All of this, you've already done the widow's walk. You've already done the walk where you've had the losses. She's already done the affluent widow's walk. She's already done it. Now it's time to have the shoreline bring more peace. She's by the shoreline here. It's like the whole purpose in having this experience of the widow's walk, the shoreline, the Wedgwood blue, the whole coastal blah blah blah, the whole Toitstry nonsense that you have traveled. The whole purpose was to get you to this shore. The whole purpose of all this was not so you would be in this ship forever, but so you would have the strength, the strut, the pride to move forward into this contract of owning yourself, being so grounded in it that nobody moves you off of it. And then you rechart your course. This is because you're recharting your course, expecting a different role out of yourself, rather than having this. You're going with this. That's complete.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was big. Wow, that's a triple Marchetti shot. Triple shot of Marchetti, and holy moly. Yeah. Brilliant. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. I highly suspect whatever this is, this mantra, this phrase, whatever this is that comes out of here, that you're Sherlocking around and you're decoding it, it will be the map of the land that you will travel forward. It's the lay of the land, soul contract. That's what it is. It just boom.
Wow.
That's simple. Yeah, your true north, keep sticking to that and you're going to be fine. And it's not what other people told you it was either. Okay.
All right. The growing intuitive. Always good to see Angie in the flow.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I getting out of the way is the lesson that I learned. And it's like, sometimes my brain has a little bit of a challenge with that because it's like that house was like vexing me. Honestly, it's like I'm getting the Hamptons or Cape Cod or blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that's not all that's going on with that house. No. So, yeah. Okay.
All right. Grisha said thank you.
You're welcome, honey.
All right, Susan, I need your question. Need your question, please. And then Ash. So Susan is a full read.
Okay.
Just need the question. Ange?
And is this Susan, our regular Susan, or is this another Susan?
No,
Just for
another
clarification.
Susan.
Another Susan? Okay.
Yeah. Hopefully it comes through. It's not being filtered.
Let me put these so I can have a little bit more table
It's a great
space.
show, man. 3 hours and 10 minutes.
Oh my gosh, guys, no wonder. I get a little long-winded and bossy. I'm sorry, folks. Okay, so Susan.
I don't have the question yet. I don't know if she's here. That could be another thing.
Double check. Before we get going or have Ash waiting, double check.
Okay, I see you now. Just need your question. Yeah, I got you, Susan. What is your question? You could be
It could be
putting
you're
it,
using a word
and then
that,
they're using some word that TikTok doesn't like.
so if it's love or career or whatever, if there's another way to phrase it.
Yeah, that's usually the case. TikTok just, and it could be as simple as the.
Mm-hmm. I've got the Tarot of the Unfolding Path coming up.
Let the
you.
cards speak for me.
Okay, for
Forward.
Susan. Tarot of the Unfolding Path. We're getting a fan. I'm gonna need more desk space. These cards, my gosh, guys. I need more desk space for the fan.
What are you gonna do, Ange?
A spread, but it's big, and I need more real estate here. Running out of real estate. Can you take this box out of the way? I'll put this one up over here. I want this whole space so she can see what's going on. We need the fan. It's 2 aspects of life held by the bottom. This will be the 3rd. This is 2 aspects of life, and sometimes if it were a love reading, it might be person A, person B. If it were like work and career, work and family, it might be categorized that simply. It doesn't feel like it. It feels like there's a lot of connected, interconnected. This feels like a spoke of the fan, and all of this on here. This will come up and fill this out, and then this is going to be on the other side. It doesn't even feel as clear as past or future. We've got this base to fill out here. The spokes coming through. So just FYI, this is what I'm doing. So this is the way the spread must be. The new one on me, guys. It's a little bit different when it comes out in this way because it's so much that's bleeding over, crossing over. It's not as easy as keeping it compartmentalized. You probably couldn't compartmentalize this if you tried. There's more heaviness over on this side. Okay. And let's put the fine tuning.
Jeez, take it easy.
You aren't doing the breathe. Suck it up, buttercup. You're here. This one has 1 spoke. This has 2. There's something that's more residual that's carrying over. This is the main thrust of this area. Main thrust here, main thrust here, main thrust here. All right, let's see if we can read this bad boy now. This is the reason I call it the fan. It's because this is like the handle. Like think of the church ladies with the fans, and they're like, "My, it's so hot. Give me some lemonade." That kind of shit. That kind of fan. That's what I'm getting. We're gonna see what's at the base of this. Oh, there's a new opportunity for love and growth, but somebody is really feeling a little bit defeated and beaten, defeated, overwhelmed. There needs to be more celebration coming through on both aspects of this. There are particular aspects. So whether you call this work and family or this is self and other, whatever this is, there needs to be more celebration. And it feels like both people, both partners, both sides of this fan, this feels like the divider line. You'll have to sort the sides and the specifics for yourself. Both sides are weary. There's been sharpness, coldness, misinterpretations of promises not kept. This one had the brilliant idea. And there was something where promises at odds. This one had the great idea. This one disrespected the idea. Was kind of a little bit of a jerk about the intent. And we've seen this up in here. Stealing someone's thunder is coming in here a little bit. Somebody's ego is in the way. This one is the King of Swords. This one is the Knight of Cups. But it's coming up in the negative aspect for this Knight. And it's coming up in the position. It's got more of that King of Wands when he's in the grumpy asshole energy. Ego driven. But this is a lack of maturity and wisdom coming through. Immaturity. Don't fault them too heavily on this. If there's been friction and not a meeting of the minds at loggerheads, argy-bargy, if this has been the case, allow a little grace on this. Nobody walks it perfectly, and this one feels like young and dumb, an idiot. This is just somebody being a dumbass. It doesn't mean they were a malicious dumbass, but it doesn't make them very brilliant. They've just been a dumbass. It feels like they took something that they shouldn't have taken. They swiped something and caused you stress, caused you grief, caused you aggravation. Took too much rest. You gave too freely. This is a lesson for you. Cover your ass. Protect yourself. Don't give so freely. Honor yourself. Honor yourself. This king needs flipped. You had the more wisdom in the situation. Here's the king in the repeat coming up through here. You're seeing this repeat coming through this spoke. It's why it's so convoluted. It's all over the place. You see this duplicate coming up here. When there's duplicates in my readings, pay attention. They're the universe putting on the neon light billboard for you, okay? There's something that has disturbed your peace, made you feel a sense of defeat. And again, this defeat is on both sides. Somebody felt like they couldn't assert themselves, so it's almost like a hijacking of an idea that got them the attaboys, the praise, the promotion, or the credit. And it's like, motherfucker, you know that I said that. You know that was mine. They know. They don't care. They're just dumb. Yay for them. All right. Keep planting the seeds, watering the seeds that help you, whatever it is that you want to grow and come into harvest. You can evaluate. You can be wiser. You can be more cautious. Be mindful of the words you choose. It's almost coming through with a little bit of the Page of Swords energy. Be mindful of the words you choose. Don't share all of your plans with this one as easily or as readily next time. Be smarter. Take it as a lesson, okay? Sneaky Pete stole your sword. He didn't steal your life. This is what I'm getting here. Take the lesson, take the lesson, take the lesson. Moving forward. This fan wants to move forward this way now. Very, very interesting. We've got the Six of Cups. This feels like there could be a friendship here. And you've got also here, this one's coming in really, really strong. And this is the Six of Wands. But it's a victory, but it's a very inclusive deck. But the victory is also showing that there's a price. Somebody fought a battle for reals. Somebody else had the real, genuine deal. They really fought and paid the price. These friends are at a different place and space now. These friends are at a different... you can honor the friendship of the past without falling for the same kind of bullshit that would have worked in the past. You can have it on its nostalgic little shelf without falling for sugar-coated shit sandwich, is what I'd say. So when somebody wants to trade you their favorite rock for their favorite candy bar, that's cute when you're 6. But they try and make that trade again, and you don't need a rock. You have your candy bar, you have some food, and they're like, yeah, have this instead. No. Don't sell yourself short. Don't settle for nothing. Going forward. Magician's in the house. You need to be able to trust your instinct and see through the bullshit again. This is a little bit of a nostalgic lie. You have a nostalgic Achilles heel for someone coming up, and this is like, they're not going to change the way they operate. You can't change them. Don't even try. You can change the way you operate. Go from your own inner wisdom, your own juiciness, the thing that you have, the own things that is your knowing, your wisdom, your own juiciness. You have more of this creative and inner knowing and psychic connection and skilled intuition that you know. When somebody's trying to run a trick, run a con, they might not always think that you're onto them. But when you're onto them, you're onto them. You're leaving this energy, going towards something smoother that's more rewarding for you. And part of you doesn't want to part company or part ways. You will. It will be in a way that is comfortable for you, in a way that you will know that you are doing what your higher self is wanting you to do, and you're allowing them to become who they are becoming. The Knight of Coins is more than prepared to travel to go ahead, and the Knight has all the goodies here. I mean, look at this. Gorgeous Knight of Coins. She's got all the goodies. Usually you see the workhorse like the Clydesdale, and it's the slow horse. But look, she knows how to handle the plants. She knows how to grow, to garden, to bring things forward. You know it with the Seven of Coins. You know it with the Knight of Coins. It's coming in stronger and stronger. You're getting more and more grounded in your own soul's knowing, and this is helping carry you forward. You're leaving the bullshit behind. You're going towards your own peace. This is huge for you moving forward here. There is almost like this section wants, come young Jedi. Okay, what do we got here? This one wants to swerve over here. These lessons are inverted. You are now knowing this. What we're seeing here, the Page of Swords is actually right here. Come young Jedi, you actually know. You know what's going on, and you know the difference between something, and you are ready. Again, show them this. This is why I'm saying this. I mean, otherwise they're going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about? It needs to stand out so you can see the reason that it's there. And will you show it to the other iPad camera too, so they'll be able to see it? Because otherwise it might not make sense. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Come young Jedi. The magic and the force that you are inclined to use is your intuition, and this is what you're supposed to be doing. The miscommunication, it's going to be around a little bit. This page that's right here, it's going to be around a little bit. Magician's overlapping over here. Pay attention to the repeats. You're sorting out. You're not going to have the trick played on you. There's not going to be a manipulation. You're going to know how to be in touch with your own magic, your own resources. Use the force. Very, very Star Wars kind of read. Oh, well, that's what it's come through. Now here, we've got this 6. Why does this feel like an echo? It feels like an echo, the gifts that are coming in, and it's big. It feels like an echo. I need clarification on that specific thing. Universe trying to gift you this lesson in a sweeter way. It feels like an echo. Why have you had this lesson before? No. Why? You have had this lesson before. Not why have you had this lesson before. Why? You have had this lesson before. You'll recognize. Recognition comes in. King of Cups. Keep calm and carry on. It's exactly what you'll do. You're going to move forward in a way. You're going to just move through it. Move through it. Where you felt imprisoned before and the limiting thoughts before, like you couldn't get out of the situation, you know how to get out of this and avoid the bear trap. You have had this lesson before in a very visceral way. Now you are keep calm, carry on, and you are navigating more clearly. Justice card. You betcha. You betcha. Now look at this. Hang on. We've got the repeat coming through here. This is halfway up here. The Ace of Wands, the Ace of Cups. The love and the way you move forward, the love and the inspiration, the way you move forward. These are two things, that's fire and water in balance, in perfect balance, in order to get you out of this nonsense and move you forward. This is what's carrying you forward. It's understanding and honoring that you have had this as a gift before. There's something as the legacy. This is a legacy that was left to you. And this feels like back, generations back, ancestors back. Ancestors have walked a similar path as you, and you're clearing something here. This is a card of breakthrough, generational healing. This is what comes when you learn to honor self. Something that people don't focus on with this that is coming through. When you have inheritance, legacy, how do you want to leave your mark? And you usually see the grandparents' generation, the parents' generation, and the new life coming forward, right? You see all this in this card. What you don't always see is the way that there's the breakthrough, the generational trauma, the family curses, the family dysfunction that you're breaking through and moving forward, and you leave your mark differently. You're meant to do this. There's karmic lesson coming through and helping you do this. It will help you navigate the wind at your back. There is spirit at your back. There is angels, guides, guardians wanting you to move forward and through this. Forward and through this. Again, reclaiming the soul and the self. Come young Jedi, come young Jedi. It's like they know what you were up for. You know what you are up for. There is more helping from the other side than you can even feel right now going on, but there is more. There is throngs. That's not me mispronouncing something. It's like when you see throngs of angels, throngs of heavenly hosts, throngs of ancestors. It's groups that have worked so hard. You are in perfect position, in perfect place, in perfect alignment in this life, in this now moment to move forward and do what you need to do. The work, the task at hand is not too big for what you are prepared to do. Let it unfold in the easy way. Let it unfold in the daily way. Let it unfold, unwind, and let the things that are meant to unravel be unraveled. This is something that is meant to be pulled into a different way, not pulled to break, but pulled apart to unravel some of the mess, the snafu that is history, that is personal, familial history, and the throngs that are there to help see you through. It's why they use the Force, young Jedi. Tune in, tune in. It's coming through again. Okay. You are not defeated. You've never been defeated. You've never been defeated. You've never been defeated. You are weary. You know when to get off the battlefield. This one leaves the battlefield, and she leaves with 3 swords in her hands. And the other ones leave the battlefield. You're just choosing a different battle. You don't have to do the battle that the generations before have done. Moving forward, we talked about this one. This one's feeling so tired and so out in the cold and so on their own. Oh, honey. This one is usually the poor little match girl outside the church. That's usually what this one is. This one is going to talk about a point where you have gone separate. You've gone a different path. You've chosen a separation from something that in the past would have kept somebody locked in a cycle. You're choosing to go away from tradition, and it is a grieving that happens on this, but you're bringing balance in a way that's new and different, and it's what you need to really continue to move towards. This is the balance, and this is the juggler, and the magician's right here. It's like you can trade out that lesson and insert the new one. New pattern that you want to establish is going to go generations down. New pattern that you want to establish is going to ripple out and beyond your own personal life to the space of the lives of the people that you touch. You won't know how big your influence is. It's the rock in the pond. You throw a rock in the pond, it doesn't just make one ripple. It ripples outward, and there's a lot going on beneath the surface. That's how it's happening. This is the card that's the greedy miser. This is the one where you're holding on too tight, protecting too tight. It's asking you to not be afraid of letting go is what it's asking. Now, this is very, very interesting. Here we have the Page of Cups, and I want you to see, he's not the king. He's the page. And look at the king. The king is youthful and young. The page is the wisdom of the old. There is something that is generationally thrown differently. There is wisdom of the ages that is refreshed, and the wisdom that is the tradition that chained you won't chain you. There's something about this page, this fresh new start, this surprise way of creating something different that really does move the trajectory much better for the entire field. I'm getting field. When I'm getting field, it might not be the whole damn world, but it might. The things that we do, the way that our choices ripple out, we aren't always aware of. And sometimes we've got our head up our ass and we're the one that's the jackass for the day. Other people have this too, but when we think of how we want to make an impact, how we want to leave legacy, how we want to break old patterns that aren't helping and set new patterns in play, this is a big thing in the field. You're doing bigger ripples on the quantum field than you know by choosing to walk the way of the higher self. Moving forward. You're a resilient one here. I want to see more on this one. This is the resilient and setting up the guardrails. You've been to this stage and this cycle and near the end of this. In some ways before, the patterning has been there. Completion is there. Now, in tarot, when we're talking 9s, we get to a point of completion. And when we get to the 10, we get to the result of that completion. So the 7 of Wands, you're holding your boundary, right? You're defending, you're holding your boundaries. The 9, you got resilience even after the injury. But you've got a guardrail set up. You've got some kind of protective fencing here, right? You've got some kind of something set up with a little bit more structure. When you get to the 10, you set the burden of the past down and you just work smarter. This 9 is you setting up something new, setting up something into place that creates resilience. And I want a little clarification on this. Of course. The higher self is here. This is to thine own self be true. The higher self calls you through. It's judgment and it's resurrection. It's restoration. It's being made whole. But it's be true to yourself. Listen to your higher self. You're moving forward in a new way. Why? Because the magic is meant to move this way. Because you can feel the energy on the quantum field. And your other ancestors wouldn't have even thought that a quantum field was real. If they couldn't see it, it wasn't so. You know that there is much going on with the invisible world. You know energy. You know how you can change thoughts, thought forms, and the energy around you. You know how to do this, and it's time to start using that knowledge to the advantage of the whole. It's not something that you get to deny anymore. Star cards here. Hopes and dreams and what you want to put out there for your own self is enough. Understand that if you are falling for your own highest good and pursuing your own dream from a very high intentional way, it doesn't mean you don't have jackass moments, you do. It doesn't mean you're not human, you are. But when you're trying to keep your intention of the highest energy, the highest vibe for the good of all, and you keep doing that, you're not going to get that far off course. So the jackassery of your youth or somebody else's jackassery of their youth is not going to get in your way. You're just more aligned with the field. You're becoming part of the greater constellation. What's going on here? The celebration comes. Again, we're seeing this beautiful, beautiful energy. This is the Three of Wands. Now, this one I've often called the Santa Fe burger. I'm sure everybody was just waiting to see if I would say that because you could play a drinking game on some of this. It's when you order the burger at the restaurant and you don't go chase the waitress. You know the universe will bring it. So if I say, I want a Santa Fe burger with all the guac, you bet I want all the calories in that fucker. You bet. Give me the Santa Fe burger. Hell, make it a bacon Santa Fe burger. That's what I want, waitress. She's like, okay. She doesn't go, what can I do that's sneaky? I'm not going to give her that. I'm going to give her a fish sandwich. No. She's like, order up, Santa Fe burger, extra bacon, extra guac. Bitch loves it. Universe says, okay, extra bacon, extra guac. We're bringing it forward. The universe is bringing it forward. You've set something into motion with this. The ships are coming in. You've set the order. The universe knows it. They know your intention, and it's coming back to you. Huge, huge way. No wonder this was a fan. This is big. Why, my, I need a lemonade. Yeah, you're going to need to take a rest now and again. You've got this card major times. Major, it's throughout here. It's, come on. No wonder. But you are becoming part of the bigger constellation, and it's huge right now. The Seven of Cups, deciding what it is you want to do. You need to get in touch with your sleep and rest. If there was a fourth or a fifth or a sixth deck, you'd be seeing this fucking card again now, wouldn't you? Honey, will you show him that? Rest, reclaim, restore, recharge, renew. Take good care of yourself. That is your assignment for life. Nobody else can do it for you. You must do it for yourself. And when you do, your alignment comes in so beautifully, so easily, so on. Make your choices. Choose well the dreams you have. No more smoke and mirrors. No more playing small. No more avoidance bullshit. No, you already know what's going on this. Judgment is coming in too big. The Star is coming in too big. The Magician's coming in too big. There's no getting around it. The High Priestess comes in over here by the Magician. You know when there's trickery and you know when there's not. You saw it in the minors. You see it in the Major Arcana too. It's all through here. So you anchor to true north. You get yourself aligned. You get yourself rested. You ask the divine to work through you. And so mote it be. That's complete. That's complete. Gorgeous. Holy smokes, gorgeous. Big old read. Big old read. Yep, that's what we got. And this is the Tarot of the Unfolding Path. And it's one I almost didn't get. And it's so beautiful. So, you know, if you have a deck that you're too resistant to, the universe will give you a humble pie for sure. Because I was like, yeah, I don't know if I need this one. I don't know if I need this one. I fell in love with it. It's gorgeous.
Oh, Angie.
What? Okay.
That was a. Let's not do that big read again.
You aren't doing any of these reads. Why don't you calm the hell down?
Yeah, there you go. Hey, see?
The birds are flying. I've been really disciplined on that tonight.
Krista was just saying how I've been behaving, so to speak.
Well, do you want a gold star, honey? You want me to go find a gold star sticker for you? I will.
So Susie said, holy smokes, thank you. I needed this pep talk.
You are so welcome. It's a beautiful thing you have going. It's beautiful. Not easy, but beautiful. So allow it to just... You being you and being true to you is the biggest thing that you could possibly do. And I'm talking specifically to you. It's good advice for any and all of us, but for you specifically, there is nothing that is bigger for you to do in this world. And you need to hear that clearly.
Kim was just saying, and I was saying that we could get you birds. Looky there. There they were.
The New York bird is known to fly through here. Don't know why.
Okay, you got one more, Ange.
Okay, let's do it.
It's for Ash. Thanks for waiting, Ash.
Okay, Ash.
Blind read. What is your sun sign, Ange?
I'm a Virgo. I am a Virgo. Hang on. We've got the mermaids. We've got the create your own magic, but watch out because we've got a little bit over here too. And it is it the beautiful creatures? I think that's the name of this tarot deck. I've got two of them. This one's the gilded and the other one isn't, but blind for Ash. Let's see what's going on. I don't know what you know about ley lines or trees or roads and ley lines where trees grow, but you need to be looking for that. I don't know what's coming up with this. We're going, there needs to be ley lines, and if, yeah, okay. Reference Nancy Jean. She might be somebody that you could find. I think she's on YouTube, Nancy Jean. She did something on ley lines, but basically if you see the energy of a ley line, you're going to see a healthier tree. When you get that as a symbol, whether you're right on the ley line or not, you'll know. You'll get the energy close enough. You are somebody that helps reinforce the grid. Wow. If you don't know about grid work and crystal stones and grid work magic, it might be something that is worth your time to investigate. It feels like I've got the mermaid deck, and it's usually ocean and Lemurian and whatever, but it feels like this mermaid has been collecting chunks of quartz, chunks of crystal, chunks of things, chunks. This one wants to collect the chunks. This little mermaid wants to collect the things that connect, which is the ley lines. She wants a piece of the ley line to activate. Okay, let's see what else is going on with that. That's wild. Now into the blind. We're making a sandwich here. Why are we making a sandwich here? I don't know why we're making a sandwich. It's like this is a bread and this is a bread and this is a sandwich. Okay. 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 There's a new adventure for you to have, a new flavor to be added into this. We've got a sandwich going on. That's the metaphor that's coming through. So, okay. The metaphor is the sandwich. It's like if somebody loves pickles, they're going to add a pickle to their sandwich, whatever it is. But this is a new flavor that is unexpected, and it's got crunch and kick and a little bit of sour to it, a little bit more feisty than you think. That's coming in on the Fool card really, really strong. The slices of bread, the foundation that holds it together, the things that operate as a loose frame, like a sandwich, it's a loose frame of something, right? Okay, down below, you've got fertility, your ability to grow, to produce, to create. You've got yearning, the longing to create something brilliant, beautiful, masterful. Now this yearning sometimes gets in the way. This is the longing for the perfection and the beautiful, beautiful, rather than creating the ugly. And you need to create some ugly. Not ugly energy, but like let there be mistakes, let there be flaws, let there be messes. Let the house that you tried to paint turn into a turkey, you know, that kind of thing. It needs to be there. Telepathy through the heart, the nonverbal communication. There's something in the way that you are creating something that calls something towards you. Now in these cards, you've got a lot going on in the family realm. You've got the yearning, and as I'm looking at these cards, you see the yearning, the longing for what? For baby, for children, for family. The person that they're yearning and longing for, the fertility, the yearning, and then the telepathy, the communication. You're wanting the relationship that really, really connects. This is coming through as more than just creativity, but how you are co-creating in a relationship. Coming through big. And again, the metaphor of a simple sandwich. Imagine, sandwiches can go so far. Like sometimes I can make Phil a sandwich and he thinks it's just the most amazing thing. I can cut it in, cut it in 4 little triangles and he's happy that I've bothered to make him something. This is something you're doing. The simplicity of something is a beautiful creation. Allow that to be present. Allow that energy of what that is to come through. It's not just I want, or I hope for this, I hope for this. That invokes the absence of it rather than the presence. So the space of gratitude list, the space of embodying the energy that it is that you desire, allows that energy to grow. We've got motherhood coming through here. If somebody were asking me if they were going to get pregnant, these cards would lead me to believe yes. Now, I'm not a doctor. I'm not your OBGYN. But these cards are saying you are fertile and producing something. And it's something that you mother, that you nurture, that you care for, that you take good care of. Now here, farewell to the moon. This is saying goodbye to deception, illusion, and unclarity. The lack of clarity that has been in the past needs to go. And then Lemuria returns in this one. It's gorgeous. Oh my gosh. I don't know if they can see these cards well enough. Are they seeing these cards well enough, honey?
See.
Yeah. Whatever this sandwich is that you want to create, be aware that you are creating it and you need to do it a little bit differently. But yeah, that's why I say what I say on the rest of this. I mean, okay. Now let's see here. This is the loose framework, right? We've got the Two of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles here. The struggle to juggle, the struggle to balance. And this looks like the sandwich bits and pieces when the sandwich is overstuffed or overcrowded and they're coming off to the sides. It's messy. There is an imbalance that's been messy. It needs to shift. You need to have more structure in what's going on in your daily realm to create something that's a little bit less of a mess. It's not that it has to be controlled or contained, but it needs to be manageable, right? Legacy coming in here. There's flexibility here, legacy here for the key words. And Ten of Pentacles. This is what you're doing that is how you leave your mark. This is what it is that you are doing for those yet to come, whether they're your descendants or somebody that picks up a book you create and reads it later down the track. It's something that important, and that way it is important to understand it. The Fool here, that's the spicy, spicy bits. And then here we've got the Six of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. Now this is where you're detaching from the perfectionism. This is leaving the rough waters for smooth. This is where you're going towards peace and making something that is good enough is enough. Making something that is perfect is never going to be attainable, and you might chase that forever. It's like you would write 3 words and then erase it, write 3 words and then erase it. It's like having the editor and the creator at the keyboard at the same time, and both of them are you. Not going to work. You either need to be editor mode or creator mode. And right now you need to be in creative mode, and it needs to be juicy and a little bit messy, but not crazy messy. Five of Pentacles coming in. This is the one where poor little match girl comes up, and this is the one that's often leaving the church with maybe one other person. They're outside in the winter and they feel lack and in the cold. Don't focus on that shit. Go a different path, because what is traditional is not working. They are choosing to go outside the institution, outside. And it doesn't look like they're choosing to go knocking on the door. It feels like you're going to have to do some coloring outside the lines. You're going to have to do something else that's different in order to create what it is. We're getting, again, references to sandwiches, to books, to writing, to all of this. I don't know what you're working on, what you're creating. But this says here, Lioness, you've earned all your stripes. The scars need to be honored. This is the art of kintsugi with pottery, where they put the veins of gold through the broken pottery and it makes it stronger. The scars that you remember getting and how you remember getting them, they are worthy. They're important. They help you become who you are. The difficult times and the challenges in life help you become fierce. This is the Lioness. This isn't the starfish. This is the Lioness. And what is she doing? She's reading the story. She's creating the narrative, and she's understanding it really well. Then stars here. It says you can manifest your every wish. And again, here in this comforting library, this is what's going on. This is where the creating is happening. The words you create, the things you write down are important. It doesn't matter if you write a book and you're an author or not. What is coming through here is more the writing and reflection that helps your soul grow, helps you see what you want to create. That's equally important. So if somebody was a writer and they got this read, I wouldn't say give up your writing for the book, whatever genre it is, but I would say be sure that you're writing and journaling and doing that too, because you might clear blockages of the spiritual nature that affect the other. Anything else? Yes. Spiritual growth is the most important thing for you right now. The High Priestess will unfold the mysteries. She's got the runes there, the simple lines, the simple writings that make the markings for other people to know. Also, the markings that are like the scars or the stretch marks. Your stripes are your markings. You are already doing much of this work as it is. Allow the beauty to unfold. Allow the simple things to come through in a very, very strong manner. That's complete.
Woo!
Yeah, you'll know where some of this applies, but holy camoly. Yeah, I wasn't kidding. Like, if you're trying to not be pregnant at this time, be careful. But look at, you are definitely fertile myrtle on steroids here, and there's no freaking doubt about it. Farewell to the moon. Well, what happens at the moon for women? Oh, yeah. Aunt Flo comes to visit. I mean, come on. So be aware. You are busy creating in a big way. That's huge. I've never seen the mermaid cards come out with that much fertility in my face. So, yeah. Gorgeous. That's what I've got. I think that that's complete.
Ash
Everybody.
said, thanks, Angie. Wow, so much motherly energy.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. And this one's a little bit of a boss. She's a bossy one. So, yeah. Okay.
Woo, okay, everyone.
I think we're done for
That
today.
is it. Thank you so much, Krista. You are up late.
Now, are we going to be on
Thanks
next...
to her.
We'll be on next Thursday. The extra bird for you. Dude, you're not getting your gold star.
Thanks, Kim. Much love to you, Krista.
Thank you, guys. I'll see you Monday
Wally's
at 11.
here. Wally said, love you, Mama.
Hey, Wally. Hey, mwah.
That is
Big
our son
hugs.
right there, Wallace Garcia.
Yeah,
14.
I would pull his little cheeks to me and kiss him, and he's like a grown-ass man. But I would kiss his little face. Yeah. Good to see you, son. Good to see you, everybody else. I'll be on Monday at 11 and Wednesday at 11. And Phil, will we be on next Thursday night?
Next Thursday.
Okay,
We'll
that's
do
what
it.
we'll do.
Once a month, we're going to do the free show, the first show of the month.
Right.
First Thursday. But note, next month, we're off 2 weeks.
We'll be on vacation towards the end of August.
Yeah, the last 2
FYI.
weeks of August.
I don't know,
essentially,
maybe
we're
we'll
gonna
do
be
some
off.
patchy kind of shows here and there or whatever. We'll see what's going on. But
Taking
yeah.
Angie to Shasta so she can see
Yeah, I'm
Mount
going to Shasta to feel Mount Shasta, to see it, true, but also to feel it. There are places that are sacred places, and you go, and if I can get in proximity, I'll get what I need to know out of there. So just be aware. You can do that anywhere, too. All right. Okay, I think that's it, guys.
All right, guys.
That's it.
Thanks so much, Kim. Thanks so
you,
much, Krista.
everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love
Thanks,
this.
Emily.
Thanks for doing this with me.
Take care, everyone.
Take care.
We will, or Angie will see you on Monday. Or, yes, Monday,
I already
right?
told them.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Okay.
Okay, bye.
See you guys.
Bye.